Alright, Confusion in the Ranks is a no-go. We have off-screen our friend Zane, who's appearing at us slowly. Alright, so Isaac on Chapter is a no-go for me. Arrest stands out.
Yeah, Arrest or Leona Dingard, either one.
It's definitely Arrest.
Yeah, I would take the removal over the Dingard.
Now, on the wheel, I would be happy to get the Myr, the Elf Replica, obviously the Dingard.
Or the Striker.
The Striker's fine.
The Wizard Replica's not bad either.
Yeah, I am, again, happy to be in Red-White because I do think it's the best deck, but if we don't end up in a Red-White beatdown like we have the last few times, if we end up in a different deck, I'll be fine with that as well. I think the real problem is, other than Red, like, I know what Green does. Green has big, beefy creatures.
And oxidize.
And like, Blue has, like, a couple of, like, flyers and tricky stuff, but I just don't know why people are not just playing Red-White creatures more often. Like,
yeah, we didn't do so well
good.
the last two times, so maybe people were taking some of our picks. Maybe they are playing it.
I mean, we did lose to that really awesome blue-black artifact-based deck, but most of the time we're just out. It's just a bad draw on lands.
Yeah,
or
that is a lot of our losses, unfortunately.
Alright, so I'm here on Bone Splinter. We have the Blade Warden, which I think I'd probably just pick the Myrs and stuff for the Blade Warden. It wants me to be wide. It wants me to pump my creatures, but I don't really know.
So the Scimitar or the Tooth, I would take over.
I think my pick order here is actually Bone Splinter, Shatter,
I also like
Myr, then Tooth.
Blinding Beam.
Yeah, Blinding Beam's strong too. This is a strong pack. The person took an uncommon. I'm going to take the Bone Splinter here. I don't know how many uncommons I would take over Bone Splinter. Just it makes all of your little creatures relevant, and this is a format of bad creatures. Being able to turn your Myrs into trading potential is very strong.
Yeah.
And having 3 power kills almost anything in the whole set.
It's better than half the rares.
Yeah. I would probably take Shatter over a lot of cards, too.
Speaking of better than half the rares, our friend over on the side said, World Slayer is not a card I'm picking. We could consider Barter and Blood. It's not usually what we're doing. We're usually playing more creatures than less, but this is the kind of card where you can leverage it into a lot of power. I think I'm closer to Myr Retriever or Auroch Transfixer. I think I want to try the Myr Retriever. I know it's only 1/1, but there's been a lot of times where we've had artifacts in our graveyard, and just being able to get it back is nice. And it also represents a good artifact for our opponents to kill quickly. Like, let's say we have a Bone Splinter in hand, or we draw... Bone Splinter's a bad idea. Let's say we have a Luxor Warhammer. If we play the Myr Retriever, they're going to kill the Retriever first, so it's essentially saved by their card.
I do like the Barter and Blood as well.
Alright, so here my considerations go to Rust Sport Ram out of the sideboard, because I think it's an extremely powerful sideboard card. Leaden Myr, and then Nurok Familiar. We have been very unlucky with the Familiar, and then we've only hit off once off of it, but played it a bunch, and had decent artifact counts. But that's just being unlucky. So, would you rather have a really, really potent... I don't think I want a potent sideboard card. I think I want the Myr or the Familiar. I want a 2-drop. I think I want the Myr, just so I don't have to be in the
I'm also okay with the Frogmite, because it won't come back around, whereas the Frogmite...
But, I mean, we might not even be in that
We've willed Myrs before. Well, Frogmite is not terrible even if you pay 3 mana for it.
Yeah, but Myr is just better at 2. I mean, are you ever going to play less than 2 for the Myr on turn, or the Frogmite on turn 2, really? Realistically?
You might. It'd have to be in that deck.
It's too hard to make that happen. I would just rather have a more consistent card there. Alright, so...
I like the First Strike Haste the best, I think, out of this one. Is a Reaver Demon worth playing?
No.
It's
almost uncastable.
It says it's relevant on artifacts, so no. For me, I'm looking at...
I think I like the Striker the best.
I don't think
It wields equipment the best.
Does.
Wizard Replica is also fine.
Wizard Replica was a card that I was looking at a lot, too. Just being a 1/3, I think, counts for a lot. I don't mind the Striker, but I think I want to try...
You want to try a stat of red this time?
No, it's not saying other red. I just want to try different cards. We've been definitely trying the Strikers, and they have been good sometimes, but I want to see how the Replica plays. And, like, here, I'm between the
Golem and the Frogmite.
See, I'm
and
between
the Talisman.
Me, it's the Scavenger and the Talisman. We have a lot of artifact creatures, and maybe we want to be in more of, like... I don't want to say super grindy, because I'd like to have a lot of low-costed cards, but a lot of times we lose. It's because we're just doing nothing, and our cards are so low impact if we didn't get an equipment. Okay. I want to have more impact.
Well, so I think the Golem does that, too.
Yeah, but it costs 5.
Oh, I meant the Cobalt Golem, the one that costs 4 and can fly.
It's a good point.
Let's try the scavenger route. So we shouldn't have passed the Sec 2 creatures if we're going to go with the scavenger.
It's alright. It's finding a way. So we can either take Vault of Whispers here.
Or the soldier replica. Alright. Or we can take the Neurok Familiar.
Yeah, Vault Whispers, Soldier Replica, and Neurok Familiar. These are later on the familiars, but I'm not sure how much I want to be able to beat down. I think I'm going to take our first artifact land in case we need them, because this is pretty late for it, and I think that if the artifact land is good in our deck, it'll be great in our deck, whereas the rest of these cards will just be okay. So we'll go up with our sideboard for our first artifact land. Okay, so this pack... Okay, this is one we haven't seen yet, because it's Mass Hysteria. Alright, so for me, I'm between the Transfixer and the Omega Mirror. I like either one well enough. Or the Transfixer, obviously, we don't play if we end up in white. The Omega Mirror is another artifact creature, which could be good there. I think I want to go with the Transfixer because I'd like to play the rest if we can. And
Okay.
I'd like to have the Transfixer if we can.
Alright.
So this is our wheeling pack. So, okay. Now we need to decide if red does seem to be... I don't want to say Strikers mean red is open, because it is not the best red card or anything. Someone obviously took the Shatter, etc. It's a fine equipment wielding creature. And the only other card I would consider is the Spell Bomb, which is a little grindier. I think I'm going to go with the Striker, and if we get a couple of these, we'll be in a good spot for that.
That seems good.
Alright, I'm going to snap off. Well, we can go the Disciple or the Tooth.
Definitely the Tooth is better.
Yeah.
I like the Disciple, but the Tooth is just better.
And I agree. When we were playing against the Disciple, I never felt like we were doing anything super
Didn't
busto.
do very many damage. So is World Slayer even worth playing?
Well, we would need destructible stuff for it to even be worth playing, and we don't have that. So I am thinking that we just take...
The Sentry or the Molten Rain?
Yeah, we'll take whatever. We'll put Molten Rain. None of these cards
I
are
think-
to the sideboard.
Is the Sentry worth playing at all?
No, it's a 3/3 for 5. That's not worth
So I like the Haste creature, and
I do too.
I like Regress as well.
So we don't have any blue cards that make me want to play blue. I don't mind the first haste creature.
There's the other Striker.
So these are like not the red cards to be in red 4. These are the red cards that are right. Like I have no cards in any colors except for Arrest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that we really care. Well, I like Bone Splitter, but it's not in any color.
Let's go ahead and see. We might run Draw Supplier out of the sideboard against the non-artifact exam. I don't think we got a lot of powerful cards. I think Bone Splitter was the only card that...
really didn't get a lot of powerful cards.
Which isn't a bad thing. We didn't see a lot of powerful cards. It's very unlikely our opponents are just carrying all the great cards. They might have one or two good first picks.
We did pass a Shatter, right?
Yeah, so we took a Bone Splinter, though. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, we have Bone Splinter and Tooth. And those are the only two cards I'm happy
and
about.
Arrest.
And Arrest, sorry. Bone Splinter, Tooth, and Arrest are the only cards that I'm actively excited about.
Okay, I don't really care for Rule of Law. I do like Neurok Spy. And I do like Deconstruct.
Alright, I like Deconstruct and the Mirror.
Either one, actually.
I didn't see green coming around, so someone else is green, and they can have Deconstruct. I'm not fighting over that. What does Mirror Golem do? Has protection from an exiled card type. Okay, well that's not great. I don't want to take the Hover Cell. I don't think that's been impressive for us.
So I think the Spy's good, the Lead Mirror, or the Gold Mirror.
Okay, I think
Any of those. So if we're going to try to stay with two colors, stay with white, I'd take the Gold Mirror.
Well, we already have a lead mirror, so I'd like to have a gold mirror to go with our Arrest as well. Alright, so at the beginning of each... Okay, it's not playable. Alright, so if we are very white, we can consider the Sky Hunter.
I think that's probably the best card in the pack.
I think Banshee's Blade is probably too slow, and I think the other... There's a second Deconstruct, but I think we should stay out of it.
Well, so I would love to try the green deck once, because if there's just one person drafting green, it probably works out for them.
Especially if you end up with the Acolyte or whatever.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the
creature that blows
Deconstructs
up.
and the stuff opening here. For me, I don't know if I want the Spy or the Sky Hunter.
I think I want the Sky Hunter more than I want the Spy, because we're not in blue right now, but we are in white.
Well, we're not really in white. We have an Arrest.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if I want a double white card. Maybe I want a blue card. I think it's easier for me to cast this, and this is really unblockable. And I don't think we can usually play this on turn 2. So I'm not sure though. I could go either way really here. We do have the one Arrest. I know we were going to run maybe one blue sword. Do we want the blade? I don't think we want the blade. It doesn't give anything up
I
front.
definitely don't want Banshee's Blade.
All right.
Alright, well, Gate to Ether's unplayable. Sylvan Scrying is pretty bad.
So we've got Great Furnace, Cart Clan Shaman, which I have been happy with, Gauntlets, and Sky Hunter Patrol. Now, we still haven't played the Sky Hunter Patrol, but it's just because it's a 4-mana card, and that's fine.
So I like the Shaman, the Patrol, or the Land.
Alright, let's go ahead and take the Shaman.
Now, the only problem is we don't really have a second equipment.
Yeah, I don't want to go in on that. We don't have any ways to abuse it. Okay, here we go. We've got Blinding Beam, Pirate Spellbomb. It looks like we are somehow getting reforged into red-white, by the way. I think
That's
we're just
really weird.
I think we just overvalue red and white cards compared to everyone else. But,
That might be
I mean, like, Irradiate is a very playable card. It's a kill spell, but I don't want to play 4-mana kill spells.
So I think Blinding Beam is better than Pirate Spellbomb, but they're both very potent.
Okay.
Neither one of them's coming back around, so...
Let's go ahead and take the Blinding Beam. Alright, so we've got Ancient Den and Yoshin Soldier.
I also like the War Wagon, too.
It
It
definitely
ties up some mana, but it is a 3/3 for 4. That's pretty uncommon.
for this set, that's true.
So I'd be good with the Ancient Den, the Soldier, or the War Wagon.
Let's go ahead and take our Ancient Den. Alright. Bling and Blade Trap does deal damage to each character flying. That seems like a good card. We could play this card. Or we could play the Sky Hunter Cup.
I think Sky Hunter Cup is way better.
I do too. The other consideration I have is the tooth.
I hope the tooth comes back around. We also need 2 more equipment.
Well, the thing with the tooth is that
It's almost an equipment.
it plays well with the striker and stuff. But I do think I will take the first Sky Hunter Cup. As we enter red-white. Alright, so for me, I think we just take our Golem here.
Yeah, I think
nothing
so.
else is really that close. I don't want to play it, but we will. Start ability, against control of that creature. So we have to spend 2 cards to steal a creature, right?
Spell or ability, so we could theoretically use, tap target artifact. If it's an artifact
that doesn't
creature.
seem very good. We have 1.
I wouldn't go for that.
Yeah, that's not very good.
So we've got the
We can take the tree. As
Warden
artifact
or
land.
the tree.
Let's
I
just
think
take
the
the
tree
tree.
is better.
I don't think we're in blue. I think we just ended up out of blue. Alright, let's go ahead and take our Hover Cell. No, let's go ahead and take our Woe Bearer. This will give us a really grindy card later. I'm not sure I want to play it, but it's a nice option when we need it. Okay, so I am okay on taking the Horns, or we could take the Mist. Now, the Mist is not great, but if you empty your hand out, it's fine.
Let's take the horns.
Okay. Alright, well.
So the problem with playing the deck that we're currently playing, and that we've had almost every time, is we've only got 1 good equipment. And that's because everybody prioritizes equipment highly.
Okay, well, there's nothing to pick here, so let's go ahead and take our Hover Stump on our sideboard. None of these cards are playable. Bloodsin is the card I want to play against least. Alright, so I think we're going to end up... Let's take out the Neurox Spy. I think we are in 3 colors. And I know that sounds bad, but if we're in 3 colors, mostly artifacts, then I feel good. Because we have a lot of stuff we can play. And we haven't had a lot of games where mana troubles have been our problem color-wise. It's usually been specifically we just drew too much of something and not we didn't have enough of there.
Yeah.
We also have 3 artifact lands, which I'm really digging. 2 of which are in our colors. We only have 1 really strong way to use them right now and 1 affinity card. But there's a good chance that... Here we go.
There's that Morning Star we needed.
Right, and here's the other thing with this. Well, we could take Skull Clamp.
Oh, man.
I think we take the Clamp.
Yeah, I think we're never going to see a clamp again, so...
Okay, so let's count our Clamp cards.
We
1,
have a lot of clamp
2,
cards.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 cards.
That just
9.
draw us 2 cards.
Yeah, that's good.
So that makes me a
Let's-
Retriever even better.
It does. Let's talk about our wheel, because there's a lot to wheel here. We're taking Clamp.
We hope the Morning Star comes back around.
It won't. We have Chittering Rats, Darksteel Citadel, Echoing Decay, Cart Clan Stoker, because we need 2 toughness creatures to wear the Clamp, and the Morning Star will be taken as well. Okay, so we might be able to wheel something decent. Alright, so Skull Clamp. Okay, we can take Death Cloud, but I don't know I want to. I think I want to...
So, Razor Golem or Arcbound Hybrid.
So black is open. What if we just push hard on black because Chittering Rats and these other black cards are going to be very powerful? I don't like Razor Golem because I think we're running 3 colors. I don't particularly like Spectre Shroud. It does mean that they have to block our creature and it works well with our things. But for me, I like Spectre Shroud and Chittering Rat. And I really think that we saw black coming around.
Spectre Shroud or Chittering Rats, one of the two.
Alright, let's try creatures that do more. And we need creatures that are going to survive Skull Clamp.
Okay. Well, so I'm fine with both the modular guys.
Yeah.
Even though they won't survive the Skull Clamp, or the Lancer.
What if we take Purge? Destroy target artifact creature or black creature. And then just kill the creature?
That seems fine.
Or would we rather have a 1-1?
Well, so we've got 15 creatures, but a lot of them are not very good.
Let's take the Arcbound Stinger and see if we can push out another color in case we go into black.
Wow.
Flame Break's really good. We could take Flame Break.
Flame Break does 3 damage to each creature without flying and each player. Are we playing enough red to make that? I think that's going to be hard to get. I think we want the flip a coin guy more.
I think you're right. Good call there.
Yeah.
It's too greedy. The 3 damage to everything is so powerful, but...
Yeah, that's why it's triple red.
Yeah, it's just not playable in that. I used to play it in Burn to great effect. It's one of my favorite modern Burn cards. People don't think about it. They think about the 2 damage variants and all that, but it does 3 damage to creatures and players, and it's exactly what you want when you want it. There have been board states where people, like, flood out your creatures are bad and, like, kind of hold back a couple of Goblin Guides knowing they're not going to get through, and then, like, drop that, throw some creatures down. Or, like, go to combat attack with your guys. They block, obviously. Burn stuff out. Then your creatures aren't dead again. But, yeah. Okay, so our deck looks weird and full.
Mm-hmm. What is this Darksteel Reactor?
It's not playable. Okay, so for me, we have New Abomination, which is a 3-mana 3/4, and Essence Drain, and Dross Golem. Now, Dross Golem's going to be the hardest one because we're not going to have that many swamps. Essence Drain is going to be pretty good, and New Abomination is just big. Just very big.
It's very big, and
we can attack every turn with it.
Yeah, so I think Nim Abomination is the pick.
Okay. Alright, we can take Scrounge.
So we got Affinity for Mountains, we've got another Stinger.
For me, I think we take the Stinger.
The Stinger seems to be best.
Yeah, we're getting some good creatures here. I'd like to get one more or something to equip, but even if we don't, I do think we're in a position where we have a lot of good creatures. Let's start pulling out things that we don't particularly want to play. So, what is white giving us? Let's sort by color, because we might have to cut a color or just splash a color. See how even we are in these two here?
Yeah, that's...
Now, it's not the worst. We have a lot of artifacts, but...
Well,
what's Darksteel Colossus worth?
It's probably worth something.
Might not be. I think the other Colossus just completely outran it. Alright, let's go ahead and pre-select Echoing Decay, because it's the card I like to have most.
Yep.
And then...
You better top faster. You better stop maximizing stuff and just type.
Price.
Just type it into the thing.
Oh, yeah, I guess we can do that. Darksteel Colossus. Yep.
Alright, 65 cents.
It's just not worth playing. But I think that Echoing Decay is the kind of card I do want to play.
Yep. Affinity for Mountains. Only problem is we've got 3 strikers and I don't know if we're playing them.
I don't know how we were playing on that. I kind of like Slow Bad, just as a 2-mana 2/1 that can protect our other artifacts and lets us activate modular when we want. Do you like that idea?
That seems fine.
I like that idea.
I mean, without abilities, he's still okay.
We could take the Sure Strike trade and he gets first strike. I don't think that matters.
Nope.
Okay, so this is the original pack. Not a lot wheeled. Let's just take the Citadel.
Yep.
Alright.
Now, the only problem is we've got a lot of artifact lands, but we don't really care about artifacts within your cards.
We do a little bit. Okay, we'll go ahead and put this in our sideboard. We might be against slower decks than I think we are.
Well, so we've got pieces to all the good decks, but no good deck.
So I think we just have to pick a color to cut, and I think we are going to end up in black-red. We did end up with some okay white, but we didn't see any good white in the
We can
fair.
actually splash for
Arrest.
arrest.
But that's the only, and maybe for blinding beam. But I don't want to splash for a creature. You know, like Skyhunter Club is good, and we do have good 2 equipments. But the fact of the matter is, that most of the time it's just a 3-mana 2/2 that we splash. Whereas arrest or blinding beam, well, we're good early or late.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're black-red, and we have.
Well, so we have a lot of strikers, but not much to do with them is the problem.
We've got the Tooth, we've got the Bone Splinter, and we've got the Skull Clamp. So the 3 cards that are great with them. And I don't think we've ever been above 4. The one deck we had 3 equipment and a Tooth.
Well, so none of that gives toughness, so
That's fine.
we won't be able to attach the Skull Clamp to do anything more than draw cards.
That's a good thing to do.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
It's just, what are we drawing cards for? Like, I mean...
Our 2 toughness creatures.
Okay, so we're trying to Skull Clamp 1 to get 2 more?
Yeah. I mean, how many games have we lost from not being able to play fast enough?
That's a good point. It's definitely a good card.
Alright, so
So we probably want the hybrid.
we have all of these artifacts here. I think we might just cut white. I think I might just... Well, Arrest and Blinding Beam are good enough that...
Well, and we
They'll
have an
just-
artifact land to play them and a mirror to play them, so...
Alright, so let's sort by color first. And then we have 3 artifact lands, though we may not have to run them all. So let's make sure black is good enough before we go back. I'm out on Dross Prowler. Well,
I mean, throw it away. It's not good enough.
I like 1 toughness creatures to go with other ones. So we've got 2, 3... We've got 4 good creatures. Wellbear may or may not be the absolute best because of how expensive it is. But being able to return our creature cards with the stuff we have is nice. And it's a nice top end. I think that's going to be our top end. Let's go ahead and cut Titanium Golem for now. Alright, red cards. I'm not too big on Volshark Berserker, but I don't mind it. It wears things well. You know, it's a 4/1 haste for 5 that draws 2 cards when it dies. Well, we can make its power higher easily. I like having 2 drops, and I like slow bad. I think people will think it's a bigger target than it really is. And later we can sacrifice bad creatures to save good equipment with it.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Strikers. I like how they play with Bone Splinter and with Skull Clamp and with the Tooth. I like the Archaeologist, and I like the Shaman. So I like this. I like red. I like black. Let's look at artifacts.
Alright.
Let's look at our creatures that I think are not great. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put Narcover's Help here. I think the Arcbound Stingers are great.
Yeah, they are good.
I think the Murs are great. I think Mer Retriever is great.
So, the good thing about playing the Moon Vessels is we can clamp them and get our mana back.
Correct.
And then perhaps play another card.
Yep.
So that's kind of neat.
I think the Spyglasses I'm out on for now.
Yeah.
And I'm not big on the Arcbound Hybrid,
So
but it's fun.
I'm bigger on it because of the modular.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're trying to kill our creatures.
The Arcbound Hybrid is as good as the Volshark Berserker to me overall. I mean, it is 1 less power, which does count, but the Scavenger works better with it. Modular works better with it. You know, that kind of stuff. So there are pluses and
This
cons.
is a weird deck right
So let's
now.
check that we're not missing anything here. I don't think it's super weird. I think it's a little odd, but it's not crazy. Okay. So the only card I would consider pulling in is Dross Prowler, which we're not going to start, but it is fine. Okay. So we need to cut 2 cards, or 1. My first thought to cut is we could just cut white, because we only have 2 sources of it.
Well, so I think Blinding Gleam and Arrest
are good
playing.
enough. I
and
think
it's
they are
not
too.
a huge deal to splash those.
No, and we're splashing 2 of them off of 2 sources. Maybe we cut 1, and we just keep the better white card, whichever one thinks that is, and splash 1 off 2, so we don't have 2 dead draws ever. And I kind of like that.
We could also put a planes into the deck.
Uh,
So organized by converted mana cost, we need to cut 3 cards.
maybe. This might be a 16 land deck. It's very low cost. And things like Skull Clamp, if we get it, we'll draw lots of cards. And we are very aggressive. Wizard Replica is only a 3-mana 1/3. That said, a 3-mana 1/3 is, for flying, it's fine. It's evasive.
It doesn't. Oh, it does have flying. Nice.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. That was the reason. I would not pick that card if it didn't have flying. But it wears both the equipment well, and it blocks well. In case we do need to block, like, you know, we're not always just attacking. Having a one, Think about how many games we lost to 2-powered flyers, and it's a lot.
Yep.
And we don't have to lose those games now.
So, do we want 3 strikers?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm thinking we want to cut from the top of the curve then.
Let's go ahead and set out the creatures, non-creatures. I might just end up cutting like one of the white cards and one of the moon vessels, just because moon vessels are very bad when they're bad. And that's, obviously that's the case, but a lot of these cards are only okay when they're bad. You know what I mean? Like, they don't become awful.
Yeah, like Arrest and Blinding Beam are really good, even if you're putting them on, even if you're doing bad things with them.
It's just the mana considerations. That's the only reason I don't like those as much. I mean, like, those are literally the only 2 white cards we had that were good. Now, we didn't pass any good black or red cards for these cards. I mean, we did first pick Arrest, but it was a reasonable first pick. I don't think we got trapped or anything. I don't think we made any significant picks other than the Transfixer, and we just passed it over another, I think, a 2-1, which we may or may not play. Okay. So, my votes for cuts are Moon Vessel and one of the white cards so that we don't get stuck with 2 white cards and nothing to play. That said, I think it's very reasonable to cut Moon Vessel. We don't want 2 Moon Vessels. Let's just be honest here.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
cut it. Just cut it.
Wow, I don't know. Moon Vessel's really good with either of these equipments, though.
Yeah, but it's really bad without them.
Like, turn 1 Moon Vessel, having a consistent turn 1 play, like, we have 5 turn 1 plays now.
That's true, but they're really bad if we don't have the Skull Clan.
Yeah. Alright, so 1 Moon Vessel, and then I look to cut. I really like all these 4 drops.
I like the 4s and 5 drops. Chittering Rats, puts a card from their hand on top of their library, so it's very good.
All these cards.
What's the Abomination do again?
The 3/4, and if it's untapped at our end step,
so
we
we'll lose
3.
3 life when we play it the first time.
And then we have to attack every turn. No, they arrest your Abomination, you're going to lose that game, but there's not a lot of things.
We probably got the only arrest in the...
Yeah, so...
Well, actually, it's a common, so maybe not.
For some reason. Do you think, would you rather have an Arrest or a Blinding Beam in this deck? I think that's where we really should cut.
I think we'd rather have a Blinding Beam in the deck, and that's because we can tap all of their creatures.
Yeah, tap
to
the creatures. And
tap to the, or we can tell everyone not to untap.
Yeah, and I think you're right. I mean, this is to be... We might not have to cut both of these. I mean,
we don't have any incentive to play...
Oh, we need to cut one more card. Maybe.
Well, unless you think we can run 16 lands.
Would you like to? Our mana is not super demanding, but we are 3 colors.
Well, we don't have to have the white mana.
So here's where I'd rather be at. I'd like to find one more cut. Well, actually, let's find out how many things care about artifact lands. Let's be honest here. I'd like to run 4 artifact lands if it matters.
None of
Shaman.
them care about artifacts except Tooth and Shaman,
Slow
right?
Bad. Tooth. So we have 3 cards that care about artifact lands.
Yeah, I think we should start prioritizing the affinity creatures if we're going to pick up so many affinity lands.
Right, and you're right. If we end up with a couple more affinity creatures, I actually would have been very happy, because if we had 4 affinity artifact lands, we could do a lot with it. I mean,
so we cut someone out of getting these lands, and they took those creatures. And
fine.
so now we're both playing something.
Yeah. Well, we're not playing something bad. We're not going to run those 2 off-color artifact lands. We don't need them.
Alright, so let's go ahead and put in basics.
Okay, we need to probably make one more cut.
Oh, you think we should go to 17 lands?
I don't know. Because I'm very conservative with this. I'm out and out honest. Like, this is one of the reasons I don't play aggro a lot, is because I play more lands. So I end up in mid-range more often because I like to play more lands. That said, I know that running less lands does have the strong benefit of better hands. But the way the math works out is, with
I think 16 is right for this deck because of how many 2-drops we have. And a lot of those lands should be red.
So then we're mostly red, and then we just run some black.
Uh-huh.
See what it
So it recommends...
Okay, so let's go ahead and take out the white.
Definitely no planes. I think we want 8 and 6, maybe? Let's see how that looks.
Okay, so then this is 1, 2, 3... Wait, how many black sources do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What?
7.
We have 7.
8 if you count the mirror.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, and this is why I want to run another land, is that I want one more red land, and I don't know what land to cut. I don't want to cut any of my lands for that. If we didn't have Chittering Rats, I'd be more willing to cut a black land, but I really want to play Chittering Rats. Like, it's really strong. I'm super sad that the other one didn't wheel. I knew it probably wouldn't with the strength of Chittering Rats. Obviously.
Well, if we're going to cut anything, then I would say cut the Chittering Rats.
No.
It's the least likely to be played.
It's good even into the fairly late game. Alright, I think we might just go with this. I don't think this is terrible. I don't think we can cut a swamp for a mountain, and that would be my closest inclination.
We could also cut the Ancient Den and the Blinding Beam and put a land and another card in that are in the 2 colors we're playing.
I think we're going to try the strength. A lot of the cards in this set are weaker. And this might not be my favorite setup, but we do have a lot of cheap cards. If there was more power spread out across the cards, I would definitely be looking to cut a color like Brad said. But the thing about older sets, a lot of times the power is very concentrated in a few cards.
Yep.
Some cards are so much better than others. Like, we're excited to be running 1 mana 1/1 First Strike, and honestly, that card is bad. We're running it because
2 mana actually.
or 2 mana. We're running it because it's good with a couple of other cards. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep
That's
this.
pretty decent.
That's all of our colors of mana.
Well, more importantly, it has a Skull Clamp. I keep a hand
So
that
you get a first turn Mountain Skull Clamp, second turn Striker hit 'em.
not sure if I'll hit him. Might just clamp.
You can't play it and clamp at the same time.
Oh, well then yeah, I'm gonna hit him and then clamp. And in fact, if they play white spells, and I think that they had, oh, they couldn't have it. Never mind. If we were on the draw and they had access to Raise Alarm, I might just not play it, just because of how good clamping is. Like, that's how good a clamp is. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play our mountain or swamp, whatever we call those things.
Yep.
All right,
So next turn.
we hit for 1 and then clamp.
Yes.
Unless we drew something great, but I mean, we did not. So let's go ahead and hit for 1. I don't block.
Well, we hope they block.
All right, and then we're gonna play.
No, don't play a land yet. Just clamp.
Go and equip. This card is
land
Busto.
and then Stinger.
This card is Busto. They shouldn't print it because this card is Busto. Golly, that's dirty. Like, we are flooded, and that's terrible. Okay, so they're gonna destroy our clamp. You know what? We're still doing fine, and we're not doing nearly as fine as we were before. Let's go ahead and attack for 2. And we might lose because
Just
we've
one, but
for 1 because we've just drawn very poorly overall.
yeah, we have drawn exceptionally poorly.
We have. We drew a bunch of cards to go with it, and all that kind of stuff. But the fact of the matter is, like, if we do win, it's because we got a clamp. Like, imagine if our next 2 turns were those.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, and they played Verdine Shun, which is one of the best cards to play there, and that's great. You know, we don't have any ways to get back clamp, I think, but there are lots of drop. Okay, that's fine. God, I wish we had a tooth there. Like, we could just got back into the game. You know?
Yep.
It's not bad, though. Alright, so
1 in the air.
1 in the air, like we just don't care. And my block next turn, if he attacks, is actually going to be 2 creatures on the elf replica and move the stinger counter over there. It's not the best, but the fact of the matter is Goblin Striker is not
Why
very
didn't you
good.
play the Ancient Den so we could play the Bonding Beam?
I don't want to play it that turn. I'm going to play them together in case he has an artifact destruction spell. I'm going to play the Ancient Den the turn we want to play a Blinding Beam. Did we want to play Blinding Beam
I
this
think
turn?
we might want to play it now. We'll see. So you want to double block one of the
I'm gonna
cards?
double block this one. We're basically just losing 1 card for this, and we're trading 1 for 1.
Well, unless he has an artifact destruction spell.
It's true, but I don't think we can race his 4 to our 3. Because he's going to keep playing spells, so we just have lands. What do you think we should go with? Because you are right, this is a risky play.
Why don't we
Do you think we should just...
not block?
Okay. And then take 4, and then
And then on our turn, Blinding Beam and
attack.
Blinding Beam and attack.
Okay. And, I mean, Goblin Striker gains a lot of value if we draw one of many cards.
Alright, so now we can Blinding Beam his one creature.
Okay, let's go ahead and play this. We need 4, so let's go ahead and play our Moon Vessel, which protects us against artifacts. Let's entwine.
Yep. Click 2 of his creatures.
And
Doesn't matter which two.
wait, let's.
What?
Oh, okay, yeah, you're
Doesn't
right.
matter which two.
Doesn't matter.
All don't attack.
Yeah. Sorry. And then we'll play white. Right. All right. So the Blinding Beam does buy us time, and that's what we really need. Like, we're out of cards. Our opponent is obviously stuck on mana. I think Brad's right that we just need to make those matter, and we have his mana locked down for a turn. So unless he draws something he can play, he can't play anything this turn. But we're only really getting in 4 damage. Oh, they drew a land finally. That's right.
Wow.
I mean, it doesn't. It does something, but it doesn't do a ton.
So
It's going to empty our hand.
that could go on a flyer.
We could.
I think going on a flyer is probably the best.
And we attack with both and chump block, or do we keep a stinger back? No, we don't keep a stinger back. I think we just try to go for the win as quickly as possible. I don't think we attack with everything. I think we leave our ground guys back.
Yeah, there's no point in sending one of your ground guys to die.
Yeah.
Now you might as well put.
Yeah, I'm going to put it back on it afterwards.
You're gonna put it on the first strike guy.
Yeah. And then I'm going to chump block with the Moon Vessel and kill whatever thing enters combat with the striker. Now, we could have attacked for 1 more damage, and it does seem like that makes the difference, but it's 1, 2, 3, 6,
That's
7.
a horrible backswing, though.
Yeah, and we could just die very easily. Whereas here, we're less likely to die.
Well, we can't die on the backswing because we have 2 blockers.
Yeah, and he can't attack with everything. Now he can attack with just the Tangle Golem, in which case we chump, move, hit him for 4 more, and then try to last just long enough to win, which we would. Or, let's assume they're not playing anything. Like, we're on the back foot, but we've got to play the outs here. Think about how good this hand would have been if they didn't destroy our Burnt Skull Camp. Like, we drew almost
crazy,
nothing.
Yes.
We had very not great draws overall. Our opponent was constrained on mana, but they played creatures out and all that kind of stuff. We're not doing anything. They should just attack with the Tangle Golem, in my opinion. Alright, now do we decide we just want to take it, or do you block?
You block because that creature sucks.
So interesting about the Moon Vessels and the Moon Vessel cycle of cards is, when it first existed, they had mana burn, so we would have taken one. But that's not the case.
Ooh, trample.
Yeah, our opponent's playing a good deck.
Alright, if we draw an equipment, that would be nice.
We don't have any more equipment.
Oh, we don't have any equipment?
Yep.
Not good. Not good at all. Alright, I don't think we're running this race anymore.
What? Are we dead on the backswing? 4? They're dead next turn after this attack.
Yes, definitely attack with the other flyer, though.
Like, we attack for 4, and then we attack for 5.
Yep. Okay.
So we just kill them, and we're blocking.
Alright, just don't forget to move the equipment.
Yeah, we're moving to the 5 form. We're taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to 3 this turn. But if they don't have a way to answer flyer, we're not going to lose. And if they do, we're going to lose. Well, we could equip it.
No.
No, we're not blocking it.
Tap on the striker. Put it on the striker.
Well, we're just blocking the 5/4 with the striker.
Oh, in that case, put it on the replica.
Yeah. Equip.
You're saying because we have to have the striker be, or we have to have
He has
the
to
wizard
chump.
be alive.
Yeah.
So if they play something that can block flyers, we're no longer winning.
Correct. They don't have many of those in green-black, but yeah, if they have a Flash Spire, we lose the game. If they have anything that deals with our flying cards, we lose the game, which is fine. Like, how often do you have a way to deal with flyers? Unless they drew something to kill an artifact, they haven't been able to kill artifacts all these other turns.
Yep.
I don't like being in this position because
there's nothing from the top deck that we can get that'll help us. I don't think.
Hey Sky, but they're probably not swinging out. If they swing out, our haste creatures are better.
If they swing out, they'd better kill us, or otherwise they lose.
They've been in that, yeah. But they've known that for a couple turns.
Yeah. So they either have it or they don't.
Yeah. So they're trying to figure out what...
There's no bluffing at this point, is what I'm saying.
Correct. And there hasn't been for us for a while. We could have held cards back, but we're not incentivized to. They should... Well, if they swing out, it doesn't save them. That's the problem.
They either have it or they don't. There's no bluffing. So
right. And there's not a lot
we have one block to make. They have...
Well,
they have one or two tricks that would save them.
Our decision has to be, do we play a trick with the Wizard Replica and all that kind of stuff? Because we can block. Well, we can block with the Wizard Replica.
No, we don't block with Wizard Replica.
Well, I don't know what they're killing. Oh, they're forcing us to block.
Are they? 4, 9, 10, 11.
That's
Man, that's hard to count.
That's
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They are forcing us to block, but not to die.
Wait, 1, 2. If we block a 2/2, we take 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, so we do have to block a 2/2. So don't block one with an ability that's going to F us up.
Okay, so we just block a 2/2, right?
I believe so.
Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
9,
Yep.
10, 11, 12. Right?
Yep.
13. Alright. So the only thing we can do is not make this attack.
Okay, so it came right down to it. Our opponent put us to making a mistake. We did not, and that was it. Alright, so our opponent is not playing too many artifacts, but they're playing some.
Do we care about their lands? I don't think we do.
My question is, do we care about running Dross Prowler because they don't have any artifacts?
Ooh, I think that is a good plan.
Or we could put in a rest because they have a lot of powerful creatures.
Both of those seem like good ideas.
Okay, well we have to make real cuts for that. What are our real cuts? Now, if we just want to run another creature, we can cut a creature that's equally big. I don't know how good Nim Abomination is against a bunch of 4/3s.
That's a good point, and it loses its life whether we attack with it or not.
It is quick though, so we have to make a decision.
I don't think we want Nim Abomination because their creatures are bigger.
So we'll put in, do we want to just run another creature? We have enough creature slots. We could just run one of these 3 creatures. I think all of these are good options. Let's look for other cards that are bad.
So we won with flying last time, so playing a Sky Hunter is a good plan. However, white mana we're a little constrained on. So
it's not like we have a ton of equipment either, so I'm going to go ahead and say no to that.
Yeah.
So it's one of these 2 cards that I like. We could also not run Woebearer.
Now what about the Arcane Spyglass? What does that do?
It's a really slow card that lets us sacrifice lands, draw cards. I don't think we want that.
We don't want that?
I don't think we want any of these. We could take the Hover Cell if we want more flying.
I think more flying is a good idea.
So
maybe we run the flying over the arrest. The arrest is really good, but not having white mana means we don't play it.
I don't think any of our creatures are good with flying.
Okay, then throw it back. Alright, so now we need to cut 1 card and we need to add a white mana.
If we run arrest.
If we run arrest.
We could just run the draw spell.
Alright, well, I mean, we can cut arrest.
I don't think I actually do. I think I want to cut 1 black for 1 white, which will make Chittering Rats a little slower, but our opponent has a slow deck, so I don't think it's quite as rough there. I think we'll have more time to play it. Like, they had a big hand the whole game. They were playing big spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black sources seems to be enough.
So I think we actually do want to play the Fear Guy over. They had almost no artifacts.
So you do want to play the Fear Guy.
I don't know what we want to take out.
I want to take out a card that doesn't have those effects. Probably the Berserker.
Okay.
I know it seems fine.
Try
They had a lot of
now,
creatures.
do we want to cut a mountain for a swamp then?
No, we have so
Okay.
many 2-drops. Okay, I like this.
Alright, the mana seems a little awkward, but we got to do what we got to do.
We've got 2 powerful white cards, and that will help us out a lot.
Yeah, we might should have put in a 4th Sorcerer White. I'm not sure.
We just don't have the space. We have 3 white sources. A good hand.
It's an okay hand, yeah. We got a Bone Splinter followed by a Mirror Retriever.
Yep. And if we draw an artifact land, we can play a Tooth for free.
That's true.
Okay, so our opponent has a target to kill Bone Splinter. which I'm fine with.
Especially since we're going to have the Mirror Retriever out. Ooh, no, play the Mirror Retriever first.
No, then they can kill the Mirror Retriever first. I'd rather get the Stinger
But
out.
then you won't get the modular. Okay, Stinger's fine.
Okay, then... Yeah. Alright, so next turn we're going to play the Mirror Retriever,
So
equip,
you're going to play a
and
land.
a Tooth.
You're going to play a land, and then you're going to play the Retriever before combat?
Now, wait.
No, they're tapped out, so you want to play it before combat still.
Yeah.
But then you want to equip to the flying guy and attack.
Alright, and now when they try to do something, we can play the Tooth in response, or do you just want to play the Tooth now and beat down? I think we almost play Tooth
Tooth
now.
and beat down. Tooth for free.
That's where I think I'm at. Usually I try to get a card out of the Tooth, but we already are in a position to get a card out of the Tooth.
Alright.
And this actually... The thing about the Tooth for me is it changes the clock. It puts them on a 5-turn clock. Now, that seems not like that many, but...
But it mattered last game.
It matters quite a bit to be at that. I don't know if I would turn my, 6 into a 7.
So don't block, because we'll just decay it. Ooh. Wow.
Okay, I have a new plan.
That is rough.
My new plan is to block with the Mirror Retriever and use Tooth to kill the Tangle Golem, and then Murok Scavenger Beck my Mirror Retriever. Or we could do that same plan.
Well, you can just move the Bone Splinter.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and attack.
If you move the Bone Splinter, you don't have to worry about the Echoing Decay.
Yeah. And I don't know if our opponent wants to make that trade. And
They don't want to make that
if
trade.
they could play a Black Source and all that, and it does put us behind. We're ahead on damage.
If they play a Black Source, you can't respond to it with the Echoing Decay.
That it doesn't help. That's right. This is a risky play in that way, but I think that overall this is a better play. And now we can just... We have Echoing Decay and Tooth up.
Yeah, so if they don't play a Black Source but they attack with both, we Echoing Decay one and block the other.
Yeah, we trade the Mirror Retriever for the Tangle Golem.
And then we Echoing Decay the replica.
And
Actually, we should Echoing Decay the replica anyway, probably.
Destroy target artifact creature. If it had... If it had counters on it, put that many counters. Okay.
Yeah, it didn't have counters, so...
So we don't do anything, but we get our creature killed.
And now we'll probably want to go ahead and just Echoing Decay the replica, right?
Yeah, we will.
Alright, so don't... Just go ahead and cast it.
Now we're hoping to draw a land of any color.
Yes.
Okay.
A Skull Clamp. How useless.
Very useful.
Nope. Don't play Skull Clamp.
Well, we don't have anything else to do. Watch. I'm going to attack and then I'm going to clamp.
I mean, I guess that's reasonable.
I mean, we're dead in a couple turns, but we just need a land, really.
Yeah, feels bad, but I guess that's all we got.
This is game, what, 2?
Yeah. So you could have just held back. Not Skull Clamped.
Yeah, but then we're down a bunch of cards and stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and put these on here.
Do not cancel. Can't cancel. Don't accidentally put a counter on that.
Nope.
Alright, there we go. Alright. Well, we can play that.
Okay. And so next turn we will play Arcbound Scavenger, hopefully draw a land, and we can play Arcbound Scavenger and put a Skull Clamp on it, and it'll trade. With
Yeah, if we draw a land, then that's a great plan.
Now we're in real trouble. Okay, this helps out a lot. Because we can play Slow Bad and put 2 equipments on this. And it'll trade with anything we want it to trade with. And it'll draw us cards, which will get us closer. And our opponent can hit us for 5 next turn by tapping out. So let's let them do that. It's good. And we hope to draw a Plains.
Yeah.
Again, we're way behind.
Ancient Den.
But if we win, it is 100% the fault of Skullclamp.
Yes.
It has drawn us 2 cards. It's offering to draw us up to 4. Our opponent will not be able to catch up, even though we had such a stumbling start. There's a lot of cheap creatures we can draw, and the fact that we have these equipment and this tooth gives us a lot of power. We have 4 power just to throw wherever we want. Our 1/1s become 5 power monsters.
Yeah.
And if they have 2 toughness, when they die, we draw a bunch of cards. Like, look how much. And even if our partner has an artifact kill, if they try to kill Skullclamp, we can just sacrifice a tooth. We wouldn't. We would actually probably sacrifice the vault.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. At this point, we might not need that much power.
We probably still want to sacrifice the vault.
Because I'd like to have the mana to play and equip Scavenger. It's close either way, but we have options to protect our most important things. And again, what's our opponent destroying? Okay, so we do have to make that choice.
I think you want to destroy... What did he target?
Bone Splinter.
Okay, so sacrifice the vault to make it indestructible.
Then we won't have 5 mana, so next turn, if he attacks with everything, and we don't draw a land... I think you're right, though.
Well, then sacrifice the tooth, then.
No, I think you're actually right.
Are we?
Well,
so sacrifice the tooth, then.
Yeah, okay, so wait. Cancel. Make our creature bigger. And our opponent gives it back, and then we sacrifice the tooth.
Yeah.
Sacrifice an artifact. Sacrifice an artifact. Click an artifact to sacrifice it.
Hold on. You can't click it yet. Wait, did you...
We misclicked.
You clicked the wrong thing.
Yeah, I guess I targeted wrong.
Wow. That's annoying.
It's going to cost us the game.
Yeah. Yeah, just
That's unfortunate.
Just assume the game is over.
That's unfortunate, because our misclick... Or, I thought I had targeted differently, and I didn't, obviously. Okay, so that sucks. Let's go ahead and block here. No.
No. Block the other one.
Yeah. See, and this is really bad, because if... apparently we somehow misclicked or something.
Well, I think you clicked the skull clamp somehow.
I think I clicked the tooth twice. I think it wanted to target and then the ability. And he would be down a creature. And we would be able to catch back up from here, probably.
Well, there's no coming back.
I'll go ahead and play.
You should have just played the bigger creature.
Oh, we can't play that. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and
just concede.
Let our partner do whatever they're going to do. We'll just see what they're playing there. It's really unfortunate because I think we would have actually been able to...
Pull it out, I think.
Maybe. But,
it's possible we would have been able to pull it out.
Yeah, there's a chance. It's just... It's frustrating to lose to...
A misclick? Yeah.
Well, it was awkward to use that. I think we had the setup right. I like the setup.
I think you need to slow down when you're clicking through these menus.
Well, I thought I was clicking the right thing, but apparently the targeting went on before the cost. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And it's the first time we use the card, and that is one of the big faults I have with this program, is that the first time you do things, it doesn't always feel right. It can be very hard to first understand how to do the clicking in the right order, and they want it to be very specific. Whereas in Paper Magic, I would just say,
"This is what I'm doing."
Yeah. Which is unfortunate. Now, we didn't definitely lose that game because I do think we were not favored to win that game, but we had a much better chance. They would have been down a creature, we would have been up a bunch of power. This looks great.
It's playable, yeah. It's not great.
So turn 1, I'm going to play this Bone Splinter. Turn 2, I'm going to play the Slow Bad. Turn 3, I'm going to play and equip the Goblin Striker.
Yep.
I think it gets through the most damage, and okay, our opponent has some sort of decently hard hand to use. Alright. Let's hope to not make any misplays.
Yeah, or misclicks.
More misclicks. I don't think we've been making misplays this game, but it was definitely a misclick, which is more frustrating to me because it's just a technical thing. But we can definitely lose to not drawing gas. We did keep a 4-land hand. The good news is, unless they have an answer for Bone Splinter, it's going to do a lot for us. And even if they do have an answer, by the time they've done it, we've already gotten in another like 4 or 5 damage.
Alright. I would rather play the mirror, I think, than the... Well, what do you think? Yeah, play the mirror.
I agree. It's also because I'm willing to trade my mirror. If he plays a mirror, I'll still attack into that mirror and be happy with it.
Well, so next turn you'll have 3 lands, so you'll be able to play and clip the Goblin Striker, but you won't quite be able to play the Tinkerer as well.
Okay. Echoing Rune definitely makes this hand a lot worse. Not really anything we could have done. If I had an artifact land, I could have played Slow Bad, and that would have been nice. Okay.
Go ahead and play the
Stinger.
and the Striker, right?
Yeah.
And then attack for 1?
Yeah. Really unfortunate that he got rid of our Bone Splitter there. But he's going to use an Echoing Rune somewhere.
That was the best place he could have used it, though.
Yeah. But now we have multiple... See, then this is the position that we're in again that I don't like. Which is we have a bunch of 1-power creatures.
Yep. And there's no way to prioritize good equipment higher than we did. We took all the good equipment when we could take it.
Yeah, we could have taken the gauntlets, but I really don't like them. Like, there's been a lot of times where we've been constrained on mana.
Well, we can't cast Chittering Rats, so...
That's fine. I do like playing Slow Bad before combat, because it puts our opponent in a position of having to do stuff. Lets us protect the things we like. Also, it means if they can flash a creature in or something like that, we can sacrifice Arcbound Stinger anytime we'd like to make this a 2/2.
Yep.
Begin combat. And we have plenty of turns to use Chittering Rats. I prefer to use there because it adds more damage on, but I mean, like, any number of turns, we can play a Chittering Rat, and it'll put one of their 6 cards on hand. I mean, they're not going to play more than 2 cards a turn for a while. Mm-hmm. Probably a land and a spell. It's very hard to play multiple spells a turn. Especially because their deck is higher converted mana cost, which is one of the reasons Chittering Rat stands out so much.
I think we're not prioritizing destroy target artifact cards high enough when we draft.
We only saw 1. Okay, so...
Wow.
So we can attack with our creatures. We can attack with everything, get through 2 damage.
Well, we can only return an artifact creature, right?
Right, he'll probably block the Goldner. Don't you think it's the best creature?
No, I'd block the first strike.
Not me.
I wouldn't attack with everything. I think that's a bad move.
We have a modular creature.
It's flying. He's not going to block that one.
We have a modular creature. He wants to be able to kill our modular creature without getting advantage. It was free damage to me.
Okay.
And, I mean, he went for it, and I think that that's the right thing to do. Like, if I have a modular creature on the board, what do you think my best creature is?
That's true.
And it got us 2 more points of damage through, which means a lot when we have a bunch of little dirtles.
Yep.
And now we have another creature we can attack with if they tap out. Okay, so they had a dismantle, and they get a steal.
They get a counter.
Oh, we messed up.
How do we mess up?
We could have used Slow Bad.
Oh, wow.
To sacrifice the Argot to make the same one.
Oh, well.
That was a misplay on my part. It makes me sad. It would have made a big difference, too, because now with swinging is a lot harder. Alright, so we still got our opponent on the back foot, but now we don't have any pressure on them. Okay.
Well, that was annoying.
Yeah. If I had thought about it before, I would have sacrificed the artifact to itself, and I think he would have had no counters.
Yeah, he would have not gotten a counter.
Yeah. Which is unintuitive, too, because I'm used to the new wording of another creature or something. Okay, well, that doesn't matter either. They probably shouldn't attack. Nope. Okay, we need to get a second...
Why shouldn't they attack?
Just because if we have a removal spell, we'll do 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's keeping back the entire board. Any black mana or a spell.
Oh.
Okay, so we can arrest the 2/5.
Yep, seems like that's the best play. And we still can't attack, can we?
No.
And he can't attack because he'll just lose his creatures, right?
Yeah, we'll double block. We would double block with like slow bad and that. Okay. They have a 4/4 first strike.
Well,
it's a problem. I actually would still rather have the 2/5 lockdown than the 4/4 first strike. Alright. Woe Bearer. Well, it'd be nice if this guy can. Now, if they attack, we can get him through our Woe Bearer and get back our Stinger. And then chump block with our Stinger and do that. So they can't attack with the Lancer anymore. So they still don't have any good attacks. The problem is their cards are better than ours, and as the game continues on, we're going to be in a worse and worse spot.
yep.
The good news is we do have one specific card that is great. Like one turn of just our, what is it? Skull Clamp will let us draw 4 cards. And in those 4 cards, we have to find something decent.
Yes.
And we're drawing 4 cards for 3 mana. And 2 creatures, but 4 mana. And then we can put it on like slow bad and have a 2/1 when it dies and you get stuff back.
Yep.
Alright, so there's the Shaman. I would kill the Gold Mirror.
Well, oh yeah, he has the Ancient Den as well.
Do you want to sacrifice the Ancient Den to save the Gold Mirror?
No. You can sacrifice the Gold Mirror to regenerate the Ancient Den.
Whatever.
That's what you would do if you were playing
Yeah.
paper.
Sure. Oh, well, I have a reason to sacrifice my artifact land. Enchanted creature. Each creature you control can't be blocked as long as defending player. Okay, so we have to sacrifice our land now. That was a mistake.
Well, let him attack first.
Yeah.
He's not attacking this turn, though. He'll attack next turn. Oh, he will attack this turn. Alright, well, so... Yep. So you probably want to put the 3/2 and the first strike guy?
Yeah, this guy.
Okay.
Because if we draw the clamp, I want to be able to draw some cards immediately.
Oh, okay. Oh, don't play any artifact land.
We only have one other one.
Well, we can't draw a second swamp.
I think we're gonna lose.
Almost positive we're gonna lose.
It's rough. It's rough. Like I didn't want to be here, but there was just not really a lot going on.
I think we should just take green next time. It seems not many people are taking it.
That time it was open, but this person was because they have a bunch of cards from that set that they took. They're the green drafter.
Yep.
And then it's a problem for us because
We
have
saw
cards
most
like-
of those cards though.
We didn't see Mirrodin Shaman. We didn't see Tangle Walker.
We saw most of the cards that they played though.
Yeah. Okay, so they're not attacking it. I think they should have attacked there.
I think they're real afraid of that fear guy. I don't know why though.
I mean, at this point, this Fear Guy's pretty good. He can get back our Scavenger, which gets back our Stinger. Like, we get 2 cards back if he hits now.
Well, the more he delays, the better for us. So.
Yeah, we might be able to find a way out. I think I would have attacked with all my creatures there.
Alright, so now we Chittering Rats him.
Which gives us another turn, because if they didn't want to do anything last turn, they shouldn't do anything this turn. So it basically drew us a turn. Especially if they don't do anything. And they didn't cast anything or do anything last turn, so... Unless they were playing around a spell. They weren't. Okay, please let us draw something relevant. That's not
Okay,
relevant.
don't play that. They probably have lands in their hand. And
We don't have
there's
any good
nothing we can
attacks.
do, so...
I think that they should be attacking. They also have the enchantment creature. Like, putting 4 1/1 counters on your 2/5 when later in the game you can draw a 2/2 that gets rid of a rest is really good.
What now?
So you have the 4/4 modular, and usually you wouldn't want to put the counters on this guy, but they have the little guy, the 2/2 elf replica, and it can get rid of a rest.
Huh.
Alright, so they're just going to build their board out and kill us in a turn or something? I don't know.
They've got nothing else right now. And we keep drawing junk, so... Okay, so next turn we can flip.
Yeah, we're going to flip too.
Because if we win that flip, we get all sorts of advantage.
Yeah, because then we can get through with Wobear. I think they should attack this turn. If they do attack this turn, we're going to block with Chittering. Ooh, I don't know if we have enough creatures to even kill the Lancer. Oh, we just take the Lancer's damage.
Yeah, we can't.
Wow. I think that was...
They probably have 2 lands in hand. Alright, so we have no way of casting the other white spell in our deck. Go ahead and play one. Doesn't matter. Alright, flip.
We lost the flip last time.
Let's try heads again.
Always go heads, right? Always go heads?
It doesn't really matter.
We lost the flip.
We always lose the flip.
We don't always lose the flip. We've only lost it twice.
Yeah, we've only tried it twice.
So we're 100% for losing.
Yep, always lose.
Alright.
Well, that was our only chance.
No, we have plenty of cards left. I mean, our opponent has better cards. That's the thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, as soon as they draw one, we're going to be dead.
I'm really worried about that 5-4. Golly, that guy would be a 9-8. Okay. That doesn't particularly matter. It does mean that they can attack with the Lancer. Why didn't they attack with the Lancer?
I don't know. Alright, well.
Hallelujah. We made it. We made it. Let's go ahead and play our mountain. Whip. Draw something good. Draw 1 toughness creature. 1 toughness creature. 1 toughness creature. Okay.
Alright, so... You definitely equip again, but don't bother playing the Tooth because it's an instant.
So we equip it to Slowbad or Chittering Rats?
Chittering Rats, I believe, is the answer.
Do we attack with Chittering Rats and then move it to Slowbad? Let's do that. They want to block. I'm willing to trade Chittering Rats for 2 cards, right? Or do we need to keep it for defense?
Yeah, because whatever we draw, we can probably play. So
attack?
yeah.
It took way longer than it should have.
Alright, so our opponent has a free block.
There since you reorganized and got the shells and everything. It's like crazy in there.
They took the damage.
Alright, so move it again.
To Slowbad. Alright.
Thought so.
Okay, our opponent has to do something. They can't just keep waiting. Oh, they're going to Echoing Ruin. Okay, let's flash this in.
Yep, flash it in and sacrifice. Let's get the triggers correct this time.
Yeah, let's not mess up this time.
Alright, so use its ability.
Cancel. Target creature gets bigger. So Slowbad has done good work.
Yeah, Slowbad was worth taking.
Even if we mess up.
Sacrifice target artifact. Choose an artifact. Wait,
Skull Clamp.
Wait, whoa.
Sacrifice an artifact.
Oh, that is weird.
Yes, which is why I messed it up the first time. Alright, so. We're in an okay spot.
Yeah.
They should attack with their 4-4. They should attack.
They should.
Y'all got a skull clamp?
If they attack with their 4/4, isn't the game over?
No. What? They have to kill us. They can't just keep waiting for us to not lose the game while we have a Skull Clamp out. Like, it's a
That's a good
Skull
point.
Clamp. And they need to do it quickly, because the longer they wait, the more ways we'll have. If they attack, we will let Slowbad die. If they don't, then we're going to attack with Chittering. Okay, good.
Okay, so now they're attacking. Alright. So, Slowbad... Wait. Wobear can't die, so don't let Wobear die.
So we're going to put it on their 2-2.
Okay, so then put the other guy on their 3/1. Right?
Yep, and then we take 2, 4, 8. We go to 12. That's fine. Okay. They have tricks. We can't play around tricks at this point. This should be a big trade in our favor.
Yep. Looks like we traded.
8 life for 2 cards.
Not the best 2 cards.
Alright, do not play the Vault of Whispers.
We killed that guy.
Okay, still don't play the Vault of Whispers. Alright, we cannot play Blinding Beam at this point.
Well, before we play anything else, let's go ahead and Skull Clamp away our Lenmer.
Wait. Shouldn't you attach to the Fear guy? Oh, they already played an Iron Mirror.
Yeah. So let's see what we can draw. Alright, so we drew
Echoing Decay. Now we can Echoing Decay their mirror and attack for 2 and get our gold mirror back. And play.
Okay, do we have enough mana for all that to matter?
We have exactly 5. So yes. And we can play a land.
Okay, we need to play a creature so we don't die next turn.
Is that the case? 2, 4, 8. We're not going to die next turn.
Okay, let's go ahead and kill the Mirrodin. Black. Okay, now do we equip? We want to play something. What are we getting back? You want to get the gold mirror back. Right? Because you want to be able to cast Blinding Beam?
Yeah, we want to get the gold mirror back, but we actually, if we attack with the Woebear equipped, we only do 1 more damage. So we should actually attach to the Chittering Rats.
And leave the Chittering Rats back for blocks?
To block. But
Okay.
we want to block the 4 First Strike guy.
Okay, so you want to attack with Woebear.
Yeah, just to get the card back.
Because this would kill them in 2 turns, but okay, we'll kill them.
Well, the problem is we want to draw the cards on the block, I think.
Okay. Alright, it's a little suspicious getting back the gold mirror. They're going to know we want it to live, but that's fine, because if they don't have a way to answer it, we'll win.
Yes, because we'll Blinding Beam them.
Yeah.
Alright, so play the Mountain.
Oh, we can play a land?
Yeah, and then play the Gold Mirror.
Oh, I should have equipped then.
Oh, and then re-equipped.
Yeah.
Yes, you should.
I thought I was...
My bad. I thought you knew that.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize we hadn't played a land.
Alright, and then equip the Chittering Rats. Okay. So now we're going to trade with their Shaman. No. Yeah, we're going to trade with their Shaman and take 6, I think. Right?
Yeah, if they attack. If I was them, I wouldn't attack. I would stay back on blocks. I would attack with the 2/3. Here's the best part about Skull Clamp. We can trade our Chittering Rats for nothing, and it's fine. And if we get Woebear, we can play Chittering Rats again. So they're in a rough spot. Like, they don't know that if they attack, I'll block with Chittering Rats.
Yeah, they do.
It's got Skull Clamp on it.
You'll block anything.
Skull Clamp!
It's Skull Clamp.
Clamps! Clamp! It looks
People
like the
who
chicken
just
ass.
started playing Magic will know that you will block the Chittering Rats.
Clearly, the second half of y'all's draft was a lot better than the first.
You would think so, except that this is the first match.
No, I mean like the second half of the actual draft. You've got Skull Clamp.
That's a good point. We got lucky on that.
And the Echoing Ruin.
It was the first pick.
Alright, just trade it.
Yep.
Because we're about to Blinding Beam them if they don't kill our Gold Mirror.
Well, we could have not Blinding Beam them and killed them that turn. 3, 4, 5, 6. If we drew some sort of damage. Oh, that's not good.
Alright, so we Blinding Beam them. Tapping their, 3-1 and their 4-4.
Yeah.
Alright, so we want 4 mana to Blinding Beam. We want to attach the Skull Clamp to the Fear guy.
We might need the mana. Let's see how much we do. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So we have 10, and we want 4 for Blinding Beam, so that's 6 left, and then we want Wizard Replica and Shaman plus a Quip.
No, if we have 6 left, we can play Morok Scavenger, get back another creature, or we can get the Chittering Rats and play Chittering Rats.
We should get the Chittering Rats and play Chittering Rats.
Alright, let's go ahead and do that then. Entwine. Choose 2 creatures.
The 2 artifact creatures.
Yeah, because dealing 1 damage to all our creatures sacrament is not
Well,
that
the
good.
Fear has to get through is the real.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then I need 3 mana to get back Chittering Rats, which leaves me 4 mana for a creature and an equip. Chittering Rats? Wizard Replica.
Wait. Don't you want... So you want Scavenger back for free, right?
No. Okay, let's go ahead and...
Oh, so you want Chittering Rats.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I gotta hurry up because we only have 4 minutes, which is plenty of time, but we can't spend a lot of time talking through every turn.
Oh, wait. You didn't click the Skull Clamp.
It's because I need the mana.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna get back our Spur Trigger on here. Let's get our Chittering Rats.
Oh, you're playing the Wizard Replica as well?
Probably, because it blocks better.
Okay, so Chittering Rats now. And then the Wizard Replica, and
Just gonna
So Wizard Replica and the Shaman?
No, and equip.
I wouldn't have equipped the Shooting Rats.
It's the card I want to die most.
That's good.
Because I can will bear them
They're
again.
not going to attack, though.
No, and they would play their land this turn.
Well, and if they attack, they die.
They're dead anyway.
Oh. They just... Oh. Nice. I didn't know we definitely had it.
We do. So
that guy won us the game.
skull clamps.
Skull
Clamp
Clan won us
dance.
the game.
As it does.
Skull clamps.
All right.
So,
please do not ever do that again.
There's a reason
No, we're gonna
why-
keep doing that.
There's a reason why it's banned and everything.
That's a good point.
Zane is pointing out that skull clamp is just as ridiculous as we said, and that was even through us having the growing pains of figuring out how slow bad works. I will say I did not
Slow
expect
Bad won us the game also.
slow bad was going to be so good. Like we lost the last game, and we probably would have lost game 2, but there was a pretty good chance if we did slow bad's triggers right, because you pick the targeting artifact and then you pick your sacrifice artifact.
And Daniel picked the same one twice.
Like I double clicked and it was like, yes, I will protect this artifact by sacrificing it. And then later we made the mistake of
not sacking a thing.
Of
Of
sacrificing.
course, we arrested that one. It never actually did any damage.
But it could have.
Yeah.
We made a mistake.
Two mistakes. Didn't cost us a game because Skull Camp's
And
overpowered.
then 2 times it came useful. And man, was that tooth good.
So I think this is going to be my favorite format though. The Mirrodin Darksteel. I don't think tomorrow is going to be more fun.
Oh yeah, tomorrow has the Sunburst one. Starting tomorrow, we're gonna stop playing lean aggressive decks, and we're gonna get beefy and bulky and slow because the format has one pack of really bad
It's going to do
cards.
this next time. Okay, let's not ever do that again.
Well, you don't like Fifth Dawn?
So Zane is asking about Fifth Dawn.
I don't like Fifth
And a little
Dawn.
bit ironically, but let's talk about Fifth Dawn. So the thing about Fifth Dawn, first of all, we're gonna pick up the card prices so we can look at them while we're doing this. Prices, price lists.
What?
So that you can get a cranial plate.
Yeah, he's talking about how the
Oh,
cranial
that's in
plate's
Fifth Dawn? Oh,
Yeah, it is.
No
All the
wonder I
card-
hadn't seen one yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, Champion is worth a bunch of money.
Auric Champion, Crucible World,
This is
Engineer,
online, too,
Vertical
right?
Shackles. Yeah. There's a lot of expensive cards in it. But from a play perspective, the problem with it is that
Go
it
play
is.
your bus.
Oh, here we go. It
Oh,
wants us
man.
to play 5 colors, which is not
Yes,
as good.
we would like to go first.
That's a keep.
That is in fact a keep.
It turns out any hand with a skull clamp and creatures is a keep.
Alright, so we probably want to play the
Clamp?
Striker or the Stinger. We're definitely playing the Clamp first.
We're playing the striker because I'd rather have the stinger around. I think a flyer is better than a 1/1 first striker.
You're correct.
And then another green deck. Wow. I hope this isn't the person with all the deconstructs we saw earlier.
Alright, so hit him for 1.
All right, and then so next turn we're going to attack. Yeah, we're gonna attack and then equip, and we're not gonna play land yet because I might want to have white or black open.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and attack with my striker. They don't block because that's insane. And we equip for 1.
Alright.
Play
Still
land.
play a Mountain, still play a Stinger.
And pass the turn.
And then next turn, we play a land, play the Replica, hit him for 1 and clamp that, right?
Mm-hmm. And the good news is this hand's actually okay. I don't like how we don't have white and black mana. That would be a
we
problem.
might draw it.
Yeah, we're not.
Well, obviously we're not blocking. That was
But
pretty
if
smart
they
attack
just-
to them.
If they destroy our skull clamp, we're still not we're not in a great spot because we're in a mana problems, but we're not dead. Like they might have the deconstructs. We saw multiples. Yeah.
Oh, well, they do have the Deconstruct.
Ooh, that was a great play. All right. The good news is
And the beats continue.
oh yeah, and I would take.
So what
this
is
trade.
what does that guy even do?
It gets +2/+2 whenever it's blocked by an artifact creature.
Oh, okay.
Which I actually think is better than protection from artifacts often when you're aggressive because you can put equipment on it. Alright, now we're in trouble because we need to really get something going on. Like
Well,
a
the Wizard
land.
Replica stopped both of their attacks. So wait. An artifact card, we want to play the Mirror Retriever.
Just keep back their blocks.
Well, we hope they attack and we get the Skull Plant back. Right?
Yeah, they just won't attack. Now they're in a position where they can't attack because Mirror Retriever will just get back our skull.
Yeah, and
Plant.
next turn we'll play the Wizard Replica and attack them for 1 more.
Now they literally can't attack on the ground unless they're going to win the game. Which is a weird spot to be in. I think, honestly... Oh, Whisper Silk Cloak.
Wow. That's impressive.
They can only attack with one creature a turn. And, I mean, I can just destroy a Whisper Silk Cloak. We have a couple ways to do that.
Well, you might draw the guy to let you sacrifice an artifact as well. So...
Do we want to play the Abomination?
Probably the Abomination, because it
Or-
erases them.
Or we could play the Wizard Replica and kill their guy. I like
How do you... Whoa, stop. How are you
Fine.
killing their guy?
Echoing Decay?
No, you cannot target that creature.
Oh, right.
That creature has Shroud. You stop. You play the Abomination. Because you race them with the Abomination. And you will never kill Whisper Silk Cloak. We don't have it in our deck.
Correct.
So attack with both creatures because
We could leave this back
No,
for haste
no.
creatures. But yeah.
he doesn't have ace creatures.
He's in red, he could, but they're all smaller than 3/4.
They're all smaller than 3/4.
Yeah. Alright, so we have to attack with Nimb Abomination every turn.
Well, we were going to anyway.
Okay, so there's a Joiner.
Alright,
Which is attack with everything.
Attack with everything. They will not block. We'll play the replica and keep the black mana up.
Yep. I would probably actually block with the Joiner.
I wouldn't. Not this early.
Well, they might need the mana. Because now they have access to 6 mana.
Well, we can go ahead and decay it if you want. In fact, that makes a lot of sense to decay it because it's 7 mana. They drop stuff we cannot win past.
I don't know what 7 drops they could or couldn't.
The 5/5 that has all the abilities. Maybe,
Yeah, well, Pendivus, sure. Let's go ahead and do this anyway. Alright, F6. I do wish we had access to 1 blue mana. It would make Wizard Replica really good, but we don't.
1 white mana would win us the game also. Are they really doing what I think they're doing?
Okay. They can Echo Encourage. On defense.
Whoa. I would not have done that.
They
That
need the
card
mana.
is- Yeah, they must need the mana. Then they're casting something right now then.
Okay, well now we're just hoping to get a white source. 1, 2, 3. Okay, they're deconstructing our card. Whisper Silk Cloak is
6, 7, 8, 9 mana.
1, 2, 3, 4. We can just hit for 4 next turn. If they play any sort of creature, I can just keep Mirror Retriever back. We are getting to the point where Mirror Retriever doesn't matter because they can swing for lethal. But like if we get a white source, we only have 1 that comes into play not tapped. Not that I would focus on killing a gold mirror at this
3,
point.
4, 5. So swinging with Mirror Retriever next turn makes sense. Because that puts them where they have to block the following turn, I guess.
I wonder what they're doing here.
I don't know. Maybe attacking Mirror Retriever doesn't make sense if they play another creature. Oh. There's no point in playing that vault.
No.
So, do we want to attack with a Retriever or not? That's the only question.
No, I want to have something back to block with in
Okay,
case they play
so,
his
so
creature.
just attack with those two then. Now, if we draw a white mana, then we definitely win.
Yeah. They're in a rough spot. We're not in a great spot, but the other thing I like about this is that yeah, I like to block.
You hold 2 creatures back with your 1 creature. That's pretty impressive.
I hold all of their creatures back that don't have Whisper Silk Cloak on.
Yep.
Now they can play a big creature. They didn't, so I think they're in a real rough spot.
Okay, so now.
Let me show you something cool, buddy.
Wait a minute. We're gonna lose 2 creatures, so you probably should.
I'm gonna play the Vault of Whispers. Now, see, the tricky part here is we could sacrifice. We're not gonna lose 2. We're gonna keep the
Okay,
Stinger.
you need to attack first, right?
Sure.
Yeah, you definitely need to attack first.
Yeah.
So
Well, we can prevent them from blocking with a creature.
we
get
don't
back-
care if they block with those creatures.
Get back the Skull Clamp. Let me.
So basically, you attack with everything, right? Then when you attack with everything, you sacrifice the Retriever, respond to it by sacrificing the Stinger. That clears their board.
Okay, I'm going to play the Vaulted Whisper so I can sacrifice that. And keep the Stinger. This only does damage to non-creature flyers. We can keep the Stinger.
Oh, the Stinger flies, right. So
Uh-huh.
the Stinger will live. Okay, so play the Vaulted Whispers, sack the Retriever and the Vaulted Whispers. Float the mana from the Vaulted Whispers. You get it back into your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, so play it and click onto...
The Stinger, then play creatures.
Yes.
Which to me is an argument for doing all that pre-combat, because they're just going to block the Retriever here.
Okay, yeah. Do it all pre-combat then.
Well, if we do 2 damage to everything, we kill their board. So no, you're right. Because we sacrifice the Retriever and the Vault. We lose 3 cards, they lose 2 cards, but they don't have anything. They just have a card clan, and they're down 2 mana sources.
Wait. You do 2 damage to everything. You click the Skull Clamp onto the 3/4, swing for 5, and you win.
Yeah, that one's the best.
Let's do that one.
Let's do that one. Okay.
Alright, wait. So,
Down control.
yeah. Sacrifice an artifact. Yeah. Alright, so now you've wiped their board. And you get the Skull Clamp back. And then you attach the Skull Clamp and you win.
Yeah. Unless they have something. In which case, they don't have a board. And
So don't let this one resolve.
Why?
So if they plus a certain way, you might be able to continue to kill them. So they floated some mana, so you can't flip the phase, so you'll just have to go into combat. So
Why? They have.
yeah, they're priority.
I'm just gonna put this on my 3/4.
Yeah.
And if
And if they have what? I don't know what. There's nothing for that amount of mana that I can think of. Oh, they grabbed the reins. How did they grab the reins and kill everything? Oh, they sacked it and threw it at us, right?
Yes. So they were gonna win the game with that. So we forced them not to win the game, and now we're both on top decks.
That is impressive. We just need a creature.
You will do this.
Yep. Go ahead and click it. If they kill it, we draw 2 cards. If they don't kill it, we'll beat them to death in 3 turns.
If they play something that we have to answer, we can even Goblin Archaeologist and kill their stuff. And I might do that, because we draw 2 cards if they do. See, they have a 2/3. So we'll see what we draw.
Okay.
Do we want to Archaeologist, and if we win, we draw cards, and if we don't win, we don't. We need to kill the Whisper Silk Cloak, right?
Yeah. I think we need an archaeologist. Let's continue to pick heads,
And
even though it always picks tails for us. Always.
Well, the good news is we draw 2 cards.
Alright, so we want to put it on the moon guy and continue to draw cards. Alright, and then we want to play the Stinger for 1 red and continue to draw cards by yeah.
We can't attack through that.
Alright, so now can we play land?
No.
No. Okay, so now we play the Stinger, and this time we do not.
Well, we can't. Or we would.
Yeah.
Alright, so our opponent has us on a clock, and
Our clock's actually the same, but they attacked first. It's unfortunate.
oh, they drew again. Alright, so we're dead next turn if we don't draw anything. Okay, so then... Do we play the Tooth for 1, pump, hit them for 2, and then equip? Or do we just not use that mana and assume we're going to get more stuff out and not go for that?
That is really hard to tell you. I don't know.
Okay, let's equip.
We definitely don't play a land. That's for sure.
let's play the Tooth. We have a lot of mana.
Yeah, don't play a land unless it's or a plane.
Unless it's white, yeah.
Unless it's the plains. If it's the plains, play it.
If we play a plains, we'll actually win.
Yeah,
Probably.
most likely.
No, because we'll keep their creatures from ever attacking. That's not a target. Okay, so Ancient Den, tap 2 target creatures. We can't target 2 creatures. Is that a problem?
Yes.
Hidden twice. See what happens. Oh, okay. We can target the same creature twice. 1 more mana.
Yeah, it doesn't buy us many turns though.
Not since we clamped our creature to do it.
We just drew a lot of lands.
This is only game 1, right?
This is game 2, I think. I thought they won the last game.
Did they? Wow. Handful of land. I think we lose, right?
Or did we win game 1? I thought we lost game 1.
You had the Skull Clan. Skull Clan.
I thought we
Or is
won game 1. No, this is game 1.
Yeah, I think that was y'all won the first one.
Yeah, we won the first match. This is game 1. So this is game 2 that we're about to play. So they didn't have very many creatures that were artifacts. So Fear is good again. They didn't have super powerful creatures, so Arrest is not good.
No,
Right.
it's only good for their one specific equipment, and I don't like it there. Alright, so I'm not sure how much I like No Abomination against that much of a beatdown deck, but it was bigger than most of their creatures, so I kind of like it there.
Mhm. What did we take out last time?
Last time we took out Abomination because they have big creatures. They don't have big creatures, so we're better there.
Okay.
I don't mind taking out the Berserker and just
Yeah,
having
that's
us here. I like actually running the same amount of everything.
Yeah.
That looks good. We more or less just lost to...
Bad draws. I mean, we've
No,
got
they're equipment.
5 lands in it.
Okay.
This is a decent hand, except there's only 1 land.
We have to draw land on the first play and we're low on land, so I'm going to mulligan this.
Yep, that seems fine.
Just super sad. Could we
Okay.
afford to miss the first land drop and still win?
I mean, we need 1, but we need it on the 2nd or 3rd turn.
Just mulligan. Let's keep this.
Yeah, that's
So
rough.
the thing I'm worried about most is that if they play a deconstruct, we actually just lose. That's the problem with that hand. If they didn't have artifact hate, I'd be much more willing to keep that hand because it only needed 2 mana to operate.
Yep,
But then what's that hand without a Bone Splinters?
That's a good point. So Mountain Tinker.
Yeah, we got 2 drop, 3 drop, 4 drop if things go well. We got the old flash in a creature artifact, protect our artifact combo, which has been super sweet. All right. Let's go ahead and go to combat. Yeah, because we're gonna play the
Yeah, we want to play the Wizard replica. So
yeah. If they destroy it, that's fine. All right. We can actually protect it if we want. I don't think it's worth sacrificing Vault of Whispers to protect it, but I would protect Vault of Whispers with the replica.
so you definitely want to sack it to keep them from adding mana to their mana pool, right?
Yep.
Wait. Oh, okay. Clicking those backwards is the weirdest thing.
You choose your targets and then you pay for it.
So that kept them from gaining mana.
Yep, keeps them behind. They may not have been thinking we were going to do that. Oh, slow bad. Surprisingly good.
For draw land here, we'll be in business. And then attack for 1.
No, attack for 3.
Oh, he has haste.
Yeah, that's why I said he's a good comparison to the 3/2 haste.
Protection from artifacts.
It's fine.
Well, he's about to die.
Yeah.
He's not protected from echoing decay. And then go ahead and cast the Tooth and get the damage in.
Yes.
Alright.
Really, really want to get a creature here. Artifact creature.
Yep.
But we have our opponent dead in just a few turns. If they play, I really, really want an artifact creature just to make that modular really good. Spike Shot Goblin. Well. And the Slith Predator. Okay, so they don't really have blocks. They're great. Bingo.
Alright, so now just turn them sideways. What'd you say?
I said they do have the best creature in the format, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, by far.
Alright, so if they don't block, you want to go ahead and use the tooth.
No, I want to make them use the spike shot. Now they can't use the. Now they have to use the spike shot, kill the stinger. We'll put the stinger counter on the hybrid.
But, okay. But that is what they're going to do, no matter what, right? To get their slith thing?
It's fine.
Yeah, but you would have gotten one more damage, my way.
So they're just attacking with their 1/1,
Oh, so block.
and then they shoot it. Right.
That's fine. They should have shot it.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to block.
Well, that's trample.
It only has one counter. They didn't do it.
They might be responding and pumping it, which makes sense, but that's fine. They didn't. I don't know what's going
No,
on.
they messed up. It's fine. We've messed up before. We need a creature. Or a skull clamp. I'll take a skull clamp. So you want to put it on the strong bad, right?
Yes, I want to put it on. No, I want to put it on my 3/3, so that way my creature can trade. I don't want my slow bad to trade with their Coppermer, right? I'd rather them.
Well, so I thought you did want to trade strong bad for
Good point.
mana or for cards.
Yeah, slow bad.
Yeah.
Okay, they're going to respond. Echoing Courage, their creature in response. Make a 3/4. Kill my creature.
Alright, so now you just equip it to the other creature, and you go ahead and use the tooth, and you attack. And they're dead and...
They're going to chump block.
No,
Nope,
they have
they're
not
not.
jump block.
Okay, so they have some way to pump it, I guess. Or double block. Or
Well,
something.
so if they draw you cards, though, you're fine with that.
Yeah, we're not in a terrible spot. We are going to have more access to cards. We'll be equal on cards. We'll have 2 important cards up, and they only have 1 very good card. Now that said, they should just when you're blocked by a creature, right? Okay, yeah. So they're just going to block.
Oh, okay. So that was really important that we drew that. So now we just attack.
No, we draw cards first.
No. We attack first.
They're just going to block and shoot.
Yeah, they're going to block and shoot. And then we're going to draw 2 cards anyway.
Oh, right, and we can modular.
And then we modular.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's much better than just drawing cards.
Trust me. Trust me.
Because they're so far behind on creatures. Now, though...
Well, so they have to block. We're at 20.
yeah, they can block with their wolf.
Whatever they block with dies is the
And then when they
big thing. And
modulus. Yeah.
well, so they can block with their wolf and then shoot. And so we still draw 2 cards, but we didn't do it for them.
Yeah. That's what they're going to do. As opposed to if we tried to clamp, they would shoot in response.
Yes.
Trade. So this saves us a mana. Which is important. Every mana counts.
So if they do it correctly, they will block and shoot the moon vessels so that we don't modulate. If they do it incorrectly, we probably won't.
Yeah.
Without having to draw anything.
We don't want F6, because we have a lot to do after this turn. Okay.
No.
No. No.
Alright, so now we striker.
And we need to do this now because they can kill it.
Yeah. We striker. We clamp it.
We already played a land, so next turn we'll play Nim Abomination.
And click it.
Yep. We might not want to click it. We might just want to swing with a 3/4 because it makes it harder for them to kill it. But I do think we want to click it just because it gets us out in case they haven't. Okay, let's go ahead and first play Chittering Rats.
Yes. Do keep swamp open. Alright.
Yeah, I probably should have kept a swamp open, but I don't think they're going to respond, and we can do it on the main phase. So we're going to put them back a card, which means if they don't have an answer this turn, they're in trouble.
Alright, so now you actually want to click Chittering Rats.
No.
Yes, you do. You want them to kill that creature.
I want to have 2 threats, so they have to answer 2 threats over multiple turns, both of which kill them on multiple turns.
Oh, okay.
Grab the reins. Yeah, they're going to play grab the reins.
Alright, so now you do want to click this one.
Yeah, because we need the cards. Okay.
So they are holding on behind Spike Shot Goblin, and we are holding on behind Skull Clamp. And they're...
They played
4.
Echoing Ruin. Now we win.
Yes. Alright, so plus the creature. Alright, and then sacrifice both the artifacts. And attack. Okay.
They knew what was coming! Alright, so maybe...
Seemed alright to me.
Do we have any removal I'm interested in? With the addition of their powerful creature, I might want a rest.
That's true, but I think that messes up our mana more.
Well, we can go back to pulling out some of the other weaker cards, but they probably only have 1 Archaeologist, so that's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I do like Archaeologists with Cold Clamp quite a bit.
Yep.
It's a win-win situation.
Oh, what a weird hand. I think this is a push. This is a mull.
It's the key.
This is a keep.
It goes on top.
Put on top, yeah.
Alright, so the question is, do we start with Vault of Whispers so we have more artifacts for things like Tooth? I think the answer is no. Alright, so I'm going to play the Goblin Striker next.
Yes. And attack for 1. And then we want to play the Archaeologist, right?
Probably the Mer Retriever.
I think we want to wait till we have an artifact in our graveyard to play the Mirror Retriever.
Oh, well, we do.
Okay.
I think they have 2 Deconstructs.
That doesn't surprise me. Alright, so...
We can play the Mer Retriever or Abomination.
Let's just play the Abomination and race.
Yeah. And see, the thing I like with the Abomination especially here is that we can play the Mer Retriever next turn, and our opponent is basically having to race. Oh, that's rough on them. They don't have their second color.
Oh, that's rough.
Let's go ahead and attack.
So we actually get to play the Archaeologist and the Mirror Retriever, but not attack with a Striker.
Yeah, we're just going to wait to get something better. Skull Clamp is so good with our creatures that they're worth something now.
Well, it's just a free block for them.
So, now we're attacking for 3 every turn. And they've got plenty of mana. I think they have a reasonable keep, even if the rest of their cards are unplayable, because they probably had 2 to 3 cards they could play.
So we could play the Scavenger for no value and attack with it on the next turn.
No, I'm going to keep it back. It's so good with the Mer Retriever, and I have to answer our stuff.
Alright, so you're going to attack with the Mirror Retriever?
No, it's holding back all blocks. Okay. They're not going to attack with their 2/2.
Alright.
They're not winning from here. I'm going to go ahead and play this land, though. We're in a position where we couldn't have very mana hungry. I like to have as much mana out as possible with Skull Clamp in our deck.
I agree.
And they don't have discard or anything. Okay, now they can trade 2 of their creatures for our Nim. Or...
Alright, so...
we can sacrifice Mer Retriever. It'll kill. We can attack and sacrifice Mer Retriever.
Alright, so I think you should attack with the Archaeologist, the Nim Abomination, the Mirror Retriever, and the Goblin Striker. And then, if their blocks are unfavorable for you, sacrifice an artifact.
They can double block here and kill our guy.
So you've got 2 artifacts you can sack.
Yeah.
So that means it doesn't matter what they do, you can
You're right.
respond. You just have to be sure to do it correctly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how they block, you can mess them up.
I'm really happy with the shaman. Just 1 or 2 shamans puts a lot of pressure. And I think it's the right reason to run the artifact lands. I would do no blocks.
No blocks messes them up too. They should block.
I think I'm going to sacrifice 2 things no matter what. Because that'll clear
That is
their
correct.
board
Sacrificing. But you have to do it.
before combat.
You have to do it before combat.
I should have done it before we attacked.
So
actually.
do we have a stop here before damage?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So before damage, you need to sack 2 things. You won't do any damage to them, but you'll get your skull count back. And
We
you can
might have just
immediately attack.
sacrificed everything and got 3 damage through. Because this way we're not getting any damage through.
But you may not have to sacrifice anything. Actually, you were probably sacrificing anything already, so you're probably correct. Alright, so now you just sacrifice both things. Alright, so do you have to... Whoa, don't...
Stop. Let me go up. It won't let me go up any higher.
If you click the wrong thing, the game is over. Okay.
It just keeps... Stop it.
Does Mirror Retriever say... Artifact from your graveyard to your hand?
I want to pick the one on top.
I'm not sure what it's doing. Keep making the box
Yeah,
bigger.
say
There you
blow
go. That's the one you want.
You say blow it up as big as you can. Like single.
Whoa! What happened?
This one.
Seriously. God, it was trying to mess us up. Alright, play the Skull Clamp.
That's what you call magical.
Yeah, it was like no, you want this Mirror Retriever, right? Oh no, you want the Mirror Retriever. That Skull Clamp's way too overpowered, you don't want that. Alright, so now we scavenger for the Mirror Retriever.
Yes. Our opponent's in a rough spot. Like, they do have plenty of cards in hand, but it turns out we have more, even
So
though
we basically win every game where we cast Skull Clamp. I like that.
if you can do stuff with it, yeah.
So scavenger, attack.
Attack, then scavenger.
Does it matter? Sure.
In case they do something like blow up my stuff. Alright.
They're not gonna.
I guess we could have played the Goblin Striker to get
Nope.
more damage through, because it changes the clock.
That is true that it does change the clock.
But I'd rather just have my Retriever.
But so next turn we still get the striker, but we get the damage from the scavenger. So actually that's better.
So what I'm going to do now is keep my Retriever in hand until they destroy my Skull Clamp, which they probably can't do. And
I'd go ahead and play it, actually.
so we could clamp this and then clamp it back. And I like that a lot. So let's go ahead and
Well, so just be sure to attack in between. Right.
now. I'm gonna-
Oh no, yeah. Clamp it back because they still can't kill it.
Correct.
And then attack. But don't attack with both. Just attack with the one that matters.
I'll attack with both because they can jump.
Yeah, so if they block here, you can actually clamp that guy.
Yeah.
Not that you want to, I don't think.
No. But this, he could have blocked the 4/3. I'd rather just get the damage through. I mean, if I had enough creatures in hand, there's a chance that I just chump block. But taking this block looks better for him. Oh, he didn't have another thing to do, so he's just going to die.
That's pretty accurate. So you just attack again?
Yep. Worst case scenario, he has a combat trick, and I draw 2 cards and do 2 damage. Like, the worst case scenario with Skull Clamp is way too good.
Yep. So I think you do play the Mirror Retriever this turn.
It's bad at everything.
Because
Take this.
it ensures the kill next turn if he doesn't play a creature?
Probably.
That is correct. Okay. We haven't drawn the card yet, have we?
Why would we draw cards?
Oh, it wasn't Skull Clamp. Never mind.
Okay.
Every time a creature dies, we draw 2 cards. That's what I thought Skull Clamp said.
Yeah, no, Skull Clamp's much worse than that. It's barely playable as it.
Yes. Just terrible. Alright, so this ensures that he dies because he didn't play a creature. And we have a haste guy.
Let's show off.
I do like to showboat. It's actually my middle name. Not really.
Let's see that
All right.
That creature, and I know you did, but the one that makes whenever one of your things dies, you
So-
get to draw a card. It's like, they were like cracking jokes because it shares like 90% of its text with Skull Clamp.
So, my question here is, Skull Clamp is the like, both Skull Clamp and Bone Splinter are literally like the only amazing cards we have, and like the difference between Skull Clamp and Bone Splitter is so giant. Like,
Your arms
How-
can't hear. I'll be one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
but how happy would you be with just like if we just had 2 Bone Splitters and a Volshock Morningstar? I would be really happy.
So,
But-
I doubted this deck because I was like, are 1/1 creatures that we just constantly kill
No.
really that good? And then you were like, it'll work out. And I
We
was
clamp
like,
them.
okay, so what are we clamping to get? Turns out we're clamping to get anything that lives to the clamp just to attach it and keep
The
swinging.
one time we lost, we had like 12 lands in play and like 5 morning. We had like all the lands except for 2. And I mean, it's really hard because the more lands you draw, the better your clamp draws are.
Yep.
The only thing that I'm really not sure about is we should have been playing the other Moon Vessel, like I said. I don't think we should have, but if we had one more cheap equipment, I would have gone with it.
Yeah, but we don't have any good equipment to put on.
So like we went back to earlier, though, saying that this format is really dictated by your powerful cards. Like, I think I'd rather have 1 Skull Clamp than 2 Bone Splitters, which is crazy because Bone Splitters are so good. I'd rather have
I think it depends on the deck.
1 Skull,
Well,
like the
we just
consistency.
have
Our
build
buddy
the
on the
deck.
side here is saying he's just not sure about the deck, and it's to do with the consistency. And you are more consistent to get more powerful things out of that. But so many people are in so much artifact hate that the turn you play the Skull Clamp, just getting 2 or 4 cards can matter a lot. But on the other end of that pendulum is your cards are worse. There are only like 6 cards in our deck that are good. There's a lot of cards that synergize. Like Slowbad has done serious work, more than I thought. We lost it. Blue Man Chad. He's got a sweet elephant. I like that
We do.
avatar. I want to be a sweet elephant.
It's okay, Brad. I just came over to borrow a couple $100 more worth of cards.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, our buddy Zane to the side is
Yeah, we have
Sifting through
lots
the
of
monitor.
physical Magic cards. Very little online cards. So there's some Dark Confidants and some Ensnaring Groups
Yes.
for random dirt.
If you can find out where Brad lives, his house is full of magic cards to steal. You probably won't.
Absolutely full.
So this hand is basically just kept on Bone Splinter. We're gonna go turn 1.
Well, look at that. We have a turn 1 Bone Splinter and turn 2 Mirror
Ooh, they got a
Vessel.
bolus.
Actually, is it more damage to do the Mirror Vessel followed by the Goblin Striker, followed by play and equip the Bone Splinter?
We could play the Moon Vessel and play and equip the Bone Splinter. I think I'd rather have the Bone Splinter down though.
Well, I mean, but you see what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah, but this swings through less. Them just playing a 1/1 is less effective.
I don't know. I think my way is more damage. We'd have to do the math real quick.
Well, let's do the math. We got the time. Okay.
So on the second turn, we play the Bone Splinter and attack. That's 3 damage on the second turn and 4 damage. They'll just block.
Okay.
Well, we want them to block though, right?
Do we play one of the Murs or do we play that? I think we play the Mur. Let's go ahead and attack. They won't block, by the way.
Well,
We could have made them block by equipping.
the Bone Splitter? Isn't that what we want them to do?
I don't think they would have blocked, actually. If they needed the mana, they would have blocked. If they didn't, they would not have. Let's go ahead and play our Lead and Mur.
I think that's wrong.
What do you think we should have done?
I think we should have played the Goblin Striker.
But we can play both next turn. The mana puts out more damage. Well, 4 mana next turn.
Okay.
And with 4 mana, we can
So
play Goblin
play
Striker.
the Goblin Striker and
And
equip
equip.
the Bone Splitter to it.
Yeah. And I mean,
Is that the most damage? I
well,
don't
the
know.
good news is we're in blue, or playing a blue opponent, so it's very unlikely that they have ways to put a lot of pressure on our equipment.
How much is it to equip the Bolus?
Bolus is 1 to equip, and you tap and unattach the Bola to tap target creature.
So that makes our Striker play really bad.
If they play and equip it,
Oh,
So
they're
you're
not. Okay.
now this also makes our Bola play really bad.
All right. So we want to play the Wizard then, right?
Incorrect. We want
Yeah, we want to play the Haste guy.
no wait. We do want to play. We could play the Mur.
So whatever we put the Bone Splitter on is what gets tapped every turn when
Yeah.
we go into attack.
Well, this will only be a 3/1. We can play the Mur and the
Frankie.
Goblin Striker and go wide Or we can play, and then we'll have 5 mana next turn, which doesn't match up well. So let's go ahead and play the Wizard Replica and the Mirror. We can't. We have 4. Let's play the Gold Mirror. I want more mana. We want to go as wide as possible.
We want to go ahead and play the Striker then.
Yeah, we have
Well, the only problem with going wide is they'll just put it on the mirror next turn.
Okay, let's go ahead and play the Bone Splinter then.
Alright. And we want to go ahead and put the Bone Splinter on to the mirror, right?
The Moon Bezel, yeah. Okay, so next turn we'll have 5 mana, maybe 6. And if we have...
This is weird.
We just have to go very wide. They have a Yoshin Soldier with the Leon Bolus, so they have the ability to attack and block well.
So they should have put the Bolus on the mirror, I thought.
But this attacks, and then can do it. But yeah. They just wanted a creature with more toughness. They're worried about getting burned.
So now, if they attack, though, we just double block, right?
Alright, well now we're in trouble. We have a 4/4.
Oh, well, we found the Affinity deck.
Well, that makes sense that they're in the finals.
So if they attack, we just double block.
Yes. But they can attack and then unattach the Leon Bolo because that's vigilance.
Yeah. If they're smart, they'll do that. They're not.
They're just going to hold behind a 4/4. Which is totally reasonable, by the way.
Alright, so whatever we play that's good this turn,
They'll tap.
they'll tap. Oh, okay. They think we need the mana, so.
We do. It's not a bad play.
Alright, so.
We just play the Wizard Replica.
And then next turn we Blinding Beam and attack?
No, next turn we play the Hybrid and block with it, make a big ground threat and a big flying threat.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah,
Why don't we
that's
just
the
go
game.
ahead and do it this turn then?
Yeah.
Alright. If we had one more mana, we could have actually attached to the Hybrid and offered Traces.
Yeah, so they can use essentially 1 mana and the Ocean Soldier to keep one of our best creatures tapped down. So we do need to widen the board.
So
out
we can put the Bone Splinter on the Hybrid if they don't tap it down.
They'll always tap it down. We want to diversify. We want to have 2 big threats.
So we can Blinding Beam if they don't attach our mirror, and then we get several attacks in, right?
It's
We
not a
get
lot
2
of damage.
attacks in, right? It is a lot of damage. It's
1, 2,
3,
3,
4, 5, 6. We'll see. So double block?
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have done that.
They might have a trick.
For all blue, I guess I could put one of them on top of our library. So wherever the counters go is what they'll do. Choose target artifact creature. Which one would you rather send to our hand? Yeah, that one.
Well, yes, I would like to make that a 3/3.
Oh, so no tricks.
I don't know. Maybe they have a way to domineer a creature or something. They have Bolas, so it's not like it's awful that we can't do stuff.
No. Weird. And why would you tap that way? You should have left mana open for the replica, right? Or the striker.
No, I'm going to play the Striker on a turn where he doesn't know it's coming in. This represents 3 damage haste whenever I want it to. So now I have 2 3/3s.
Yeah.
And one of them can get through easily. And then next turn I'll put the Bone Splinter over here after he... I don't know if he'll tap that down or not. Okay, that doesn't really matter.
Nope.
So 2-1 flying, which is fine, but...
Yep. Doesn't match well with our replica. So, a Blinding Beam. Well, that's impressive.
Doesn't do much.
Actually, it overloads his tap down ability.
Okay, so my thought is we equip the Bone Splinter to the Leadenmer, and then we go to combat, and they can attack one of our 2 creatures. So let's go ahead and do that. Equip for 1.
Alright, wait. And then we cast the Abomination, right?
We do that after.
We
combat.
hit him with the flying guy, right?
They should tap our stuff down. If they don't, we swing at the 5/3. Okay.
Alright, so we hit him for 1 flying, right?
Yes, because we're the beatdown. They don't know that yet, though. Because we can hold back 2 damage for 1. But I think we'd rather get damage in with how aggressive we are.
Well, so if we play the Abomination,
We're going to lose 3.
we're going to lose 3, but that's fine. Because next turn,
they tap down something, then we blinding beam them, they have nothing, and we attack twice. With all of that.
Okay, now do we equip? We can use the golden mirror to equip the new abomination.
We don't... Okay, yeah, we should.
Now we equip it to the...
No. Attack abomination. To the abomination.
We'll have a 3-3 attacking, a 3-4 attacking, and a 3-3 flying attacking. We want to diversify our damage. Because if
we can diversify next turn.
What? I mean, what are they attacking with that we care about?
Oh, well, we could just kill the vigilance guy. That means they won't even bother attacking with it.
Right, they're going to tap down one of our creatures, and I would like to have as much mana open as possible.
Okay.
It's fine. They're trying to race us. They realize...
So do you want to block the 1 damage?
I do. I click through blocks, but that's fine.
So they probably had a trick if they were offering that.
It's not an offer, it's just a free attack. I would fake that attack. We obviously can't do anything.
Yeah, but how'd you attach the bone splitter? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right, and that's the cost we were giving. We were taking 1 damage, possibly, if I made a mistake like I did. Okay, so now we have a problem, because now this 3-3 is not very good against his 3-4. Now we have a problem.
It is with a bone splitter.
The good news is...
So, we blinding beam. In response, they tap one of our creatures.
Yep. Then we play the Goblin Striker.
Yep.
If they tap our Leaden Mirror, which I think is the best one, we tap it for mana, which lets us move the Bone Splinter. Attack with a 3-1 haste. Which further diversifies our threats.
Yep.
And threat diversification basically puts them in a rough spot. Yep. Just as I thought. Evil plans! Alright. So here we go. They tap our guy. Oh, wait. Okay.
Alright, so we're attacking for...
7 this turn.
And then 7 next turn.
And they don't get untapped, so they have to play a creature. And that creature can't use Bola. Which is good for us.
Yeah.
And that creature has to have at least 3 power to be even decent.
Yeah.
And next turn we're attacking for 3, 4, 5, 6,
So next
7,
turn-
8, 9, 10.
Next turn we're just attacking, but the turn after that we're attaching to the Nin Abomination, and then attacking with it, right?
It depends on where they put their stuff.
I think that's the best idea because it has to attack or we lose 3 life. So them spending the turn to tap it down is fine.
Depending on if everything goes like it is, you're right because of the Razor Golem. If we had a way to kill Razor Golem, it would change a lot, but we don't.
Yep.
To me, Razor Golem is the 2-4 flying, and the Razor Golem, the 3-4 vigilance, are the best of the 2 affinity for creature cards.
Alright, so they're dead on board unless they play a creature.
Next turn, that is correct. I can return that to the hand.
And then play it to block.
Mm-hmm. And they discarded a land for that, though, a creature. They discarded a 4-4 flying.
Yeah.
Like, they had to because they knew they would die. They could have risked it on a land, but it's just not worth
Oh,
risking.
the longbow. Nice. That's really good against our deck.
It is. But I don't think they have enough going on. Okay, let's go ahead and attack with everything.
Yep, that's the best move. You might want to keep the gold mirror back.
Why?
It represents a trade as opposed to nothing else.
It trades with the 2-1.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you're okay with the trade.
I don't care. They're almost dead. They have to block one of our 3-4s. The 3-3s. Like, you know.
They should.
We're taking...
Now, what do they discard? Is it 1 card or is it... What do they discard to bounce back to their hand?
They discarded a 6 mana 4-4 flying.
So is it any artifact, discard an artifact?
Yeah.
Okay. Because they'll probably do that again if they can.
Alright, and we're going to leave up the card in hand just to make their decisions a little tougher.
At this point, I think they just died our attack, right?
They can only stop 3 creatures, 4 if they get...
They can stop... Yeah, they can stop 3 creatures, okay.
Which is not enough. They have to stop 1...
Actually, no, 3 creatures is enough. They'll go to 1.
Well, I mean, they're still dead. That's the problem.
Yeah. And this could be an even better win. Or they could...
I would put the Bola on something else, and yeah, the soldier. No. Okay, that has vigilance too, so that's fine.
Yeah. So they'll Bola the Mirror. They'll. I don't know what the. Oh, they're gonna Bola the Striker, obviously. So move the.
Let's put a little pressure on.
So you want to Skull Clamp. What? First.
First and foremost, let's get rid of the striker. Right?
No, I think we get rid of the
Here, I
the
got it.
mirror. I think we get rid of the mirror with its own mana.
We'll pay a white.
And they just let us have that one.
They can't afford not to.
Oh man, that was a rough one.
Okay.
Alright, so now we go ahead and click the
Striker.
striker. And they probably will shoot it. No.
Play the striker. And then I think we're going to equip the Bone Splinters to the Abomination.
Yes, put the Bone Splitter to the Abomination.
No. To the
No,
Ledmer.
no. To the...
We're attacking with the Ledmer. And this will make it so they have to tap it down or trades.
Well, same way with the Abomination, actually. Oh, we'll make them both trade.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're attacking with everything, right?
Yes.
Minus what they kill and what they tap down.
Yes.
Which I wouldn't kill the striker because it taps the creature. I would tap down as opposed to blocking.
I would tap down the 5-4-3 because you can't trade with it well. I would trade with the Reser Golem with the Nemo Abomination, kill the striker, and then
Kill the striker with a block, right? And then
they should have moved the Bola
and
to
then
the
take-
Silvermer
I think so too.
because the Silvermer could have tapped down this. They could have
blocked
blocked
the striker.
the Nimabomin. No, this.
They
here,
can block anything.
and they could block that and then do 1 damage somewhere. Okay, so typing
Well, that makes a little bit of sense, actually.
is fine. And they force the blocks. They lose their Razor Golem. The Razor Golem kills 2 creatures. They take to 1 to go to 2. And then starting next turn, I can put things onto other creatures. That's interesting.
Jump block, free block. Take 1. I don't know if they're getting out of this one. I really hope they're not.
They're not. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got 6 damage on board. They have to do 3 extra damage this turn that I don't see because they are dead next turn. If they can do the extra damage, they'll win. But I don't think they can. Like, I don't see a way that they do 3 extra damage this turn. They can do 2 extra damage. But 2 damage doesn't kill any of our stuff. So they just put the Bola on the soldier. And then we put the Bone Splinter on the wizard. Attack with 3 creatures. They can stop 1.
Yeah, and then we play the Tinker just to block.
I don't think there are any destroy artifact effects in white or blue.
No. There's bounce things to our hand.
Okay, they have Domineer.
Oh. Well, so we tapped all our creatures, so that doesn't help them this turn.
Yeah, knowing they have Domineer makes our slow band much better. Now, I'm not sure we play Domineer. Okay, this
Alright,
is a lot.
so we cast the haste guy.
We cast them both.
Well, don't forget you gotta click the Bone Splitter.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to spread the damage out, so you want to put it on the replica.
No, we can just put it on the...
No, when things getting tapped, don't forget.
Right, he's going to tap the 4-3 because it kills it. So this way the Berserker or that will kill his card. That way he can't block with Razor Golem.
So if you put it on the flyer, he just dies to flying.
And this
Unless
way,
he taps it.
then we die to the 5/3.
Okay, so
This way he taps one of our creatures. We go to combat. We can
so then he can block.
right, and he'll tap down our Volshock, and we'll have our Abomination trade with one of his cards. No, he'll tap down our Abomination. Yeah, he'll tap down our Volshock because then he can kill it by tapping 2 creatures. Do you think we should put on the Wizard Replica
Well, so
and not attack with the Volshock?
so if we attack with all 3,
okay, here we'll go.
what does he do?
Here we go.
We didn't need to hurry through this. We could have talked it all the way through.
No, I know he's gonna have to tap down the Wizard Replica. You're right.
Yeah, because he has the tap down the wizard, and then the other 2 don't trade is the problem. Oh, so he still dies right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, both of these creatures kill him.
Unless he has some sort of 2-mana bounce spell that I don't know about. No.
Okay.
All right.
So not putting it on the wizard replica means we lost.
Yes. So going back
Because we had to have 3 threats that would kill him.
All right. So did he have a lot of artifact creatures?
Not a significant amount. Actually, he did have a significant amount. Most of his deck was artifact creatures.
So do we get the arrest? He had some powerful top end.
What's Awestrike do?
Nothing to else. It prevents damage from sorceries and instants.
Oh, never mind then. I was thinking it was the other one.
No, we have arrest to consider. It was a card I like, and that's about it.
So I think we just run it back. I don't know if we want to dilute our mana.
Okay.
So that was the first.
Yeah. So let's see where we're going from here. Is this hand keepable?
It's not great, but I think it is keepable.
I agree. We have a turn 3 Volshock Berserker, which is a card they have to do something about.
Yep.
If they play something must kill, we can kill it. Golly, that bola. They may have more than one bola. They are common, and people did underrate them. Let's go ahead and play our Ledmer. And next turn, unless they play a creature with 2 toughness, we'll go ahead and play the Berserker.
Yeah. Alright, so
That's a card I'm willing to trade with, so I'll go ahead and play the Berserker. Willbringer will be good. They trade. I'm happy with that. I think Nurk Spry is a better card than Berserker. They agree.
no, so they'll probably attach the bola and kill the mirror.
They can't kill the mirror.
Oh, it taps. It taps, not.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was the other one. So this turn, we just go ahead and play the 3/2, right?
No, they got first strike.
Well, so if you attack,
4.
if you just attack, they'll block.
Yeah, we don't need 5 minutes. Let's go attack with.
Wait. Okay, so you can attack with both and just Echoing Decay and kill their thing. So you can attack with both.
Yeah. So that was noon. An attack makes sense. It looks like we're just doing something weird. I see if they know something's up.
Did you click the right card? Oh, I guess you did. Okay. And then play the Stinger.
Yep. The next turn we just play the Woebear.
Yep.
Curve out, win the game.
That is a pretty beautiful curve.
Alright, now they're on defense, and now they're having to use Nurk Spite. Okay, that's a problem.
So we can't play the Haste guy, so just play the Wobear. The Haste guy is just a free block for them.
Well, they're going to tap down this guy.
Oh, well in that case, well the Haste guy is still better.
The Woebear is better, gets 1 more damage. They have to play an artifact creature.
Yeah, the Haste guy is still better next turn is what I'm trying to say. So just attack with both of those.
Yep.
We don't care for either of those creatures, so.
If I was them, I would trade with the Linmer.
Yep, that's what I'd do. Oh, they're gonna let us modular.
They might have a Domineer,
They probably do have Domineer.
which I don't care about. They Domineer a 2/2 Mer. We're in an okay spot.
They domineered it last game, so it's a good chance they're gonna domineer this game. That's a joke.
And they can Domineer and equip. They can have a really good turn, but Domineer has to be the last card in hand for that to work out.
Mm-hmm. I really hope they attack.
No. Why would they attack?
Alright, so Blinding Beam,
Yep.
followed by Goblin Striker.
Yep.
So they're going to tap down.
We had a brutal curve, by the way. This was a brutal game. Like, this was the game where they did stuff, and every turn we were like, doesn't matter, again! Like, this is the kind of game where it feels like no matter what you did, you were going to lose. That was us. We were those jerks.
Why did they tap down the Fear guy instead of the Haste guy?
Because he gets bad creatures. They definitely lose.
Yes, yes. I was like, what creatures have they killed? Just the Stinger. So.
Told them I got a bit of a good draw.
Yep.
They can get an equipment here, and if they have more than one Bola, that counts for a lot. They're getting something else. They didn't pay 3, so they're not getting something that gains them life. Banshee's Blade, which is okay.
So they're at 7, so they have to block the 3/2, and we still do 2, 4, 5. Oh no, they'll block the 2/2 mirror. There's no point in playing that.
Sure, well,
So are we gonna swing the 2/2 mirror then?
yeah, we swing with everything. Wellbear gets her stuff back.
That's a good point. Swing with everything.
I mean, they have to block. I would block the 3/2 haste guy. Well, no, I probably would block the mirror.
They said our deck was sweet. So
Our deck only looks sweet. Our deck is actually a bunch of trash built around a couple of equipments.
just trash built around Skullclamp.
But it turns out that the red-white deck plays really well with Skullclamp, so...
So we're getting back the Stinger and getting to play it.
Yes.
And then next turn we'll get whatever creature they kill here and kill them.
No, they'll start tapping the Woebear down. The problem is they're dead next turn unless they do something. So the worst case, yeah. They take 3, 4, 5, 6. They go to 1. And we'll have another threat out.
We want the Stinger, I think.
Well, yes, I would like to use the sweet ability.
And then cast it. Woo.
Alright,
Don't need
leave
to
a
play
mana.
that. Yeah.
A little bit of whimsy and wonder in their life. Alright, so they have to answer multiple threats. They have to play a creature. Just playing one creature will put them in not dead. But that means that they'll have to tap our Arcbound Stinger. If they have to tap our Arcbound Stinger, that means they're trading with cards.
Yep.
Because then we can just attack with our 3/2 and our 2/2.
Oh, so they can actually longbow the Stinger.
Yes, they have to do it during combat, which means we're attacking with everything again. So they longbow the Stinger, block one of our creatures, and then they're still on the back foot because they're out of cards.
Is one of our cards getting through? I think one of our cards is getting through right now.
No. So they're going to put the Bola and Bola down one creature. They block one of our creatures, shoot one of our creatures, and block the other creature.
They can't do all that.
Yes, they can.
Oh, they can block and shoot. Yes.
Yes.
They can in fact do
So,
that.
so
if we
version.
draw any creature, we're in business. They have to bowl the Woebearer, right?
No, they have to... Yeah, they have to Bola the Woebearer. The trick is if we draw an artifact creature, we can play it before combat, and the Arcbound Stinger's counter goes to it.
Yep. Oh, we could theoretically get another striker, I believe.
Right. And they have to trade one of their creatures with the Volshok Berserker. The trick is we're going to try to trade creatures down and down and down until they run out. And they're not in the worst situation now because
They are at 1 and we're at 18, actually. That is a pretty bad situation.
yeah. There's no reason to play that first.
No.
Okay, we attack with everything because waiting also does an advantage. If they didn't have a Viridian Longbow and they drew another better creature, we could be in trouble, but this is better for us.
So they will get the free block, right?
Okay, well, what if we only attack with...
No. I think we do attack with everything, right? Let's just count. How are the blocks best? Free block, tap. They can't do that. They must lose a creature to this, the Berserker. So one of their creatures is dead. The other creature gets a free block on the
Yeah,
striker.
we just attack with one.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Because otherwise they block and shoot. Now they just get a shoot, and we have a creature left, and they have to shoot again. And this...
Wait.
We're up a creature.
Okay, if you say so.
Because otherwise we'd be down 2 creatures right now, right? And they're
They
going to
get
kill
to
one.
block and shoot, yes.
And the next turn they get a block and shoot again. But instead of getting rid of 2 creatures this turn,
Then
now
get
we
rid
get to
of
win the
one.
game.
Okay. So yes, that was correct.
Right, so now they get to kill one of our creatures, and then they get to kill one of our creatures. No. So they get to kill one of
So
our
if we
creatures.
keep drawing lands and they keep drawing creatures, though.
No, they're dead this turn unless they have another creature. They get to equip the bola. They get to block one of our creatures, shoot one of our creatures, and then we're at parity.
What does it do?
Whenever it deals
Oh,
combat
okay.
damage.
So, does nothing right now. Alright, so now we just attack, right?
Well, they're going to block and shoot. They'll kill our guy.
What, they can't block and shoot.
They can block and then shoot.
Oh. So there's no point in attacking. We just go to attack step, they'll tap down our creature. Right?
Right, and they'll kill one of our creatures.
Okay, so just go to combat. They'll tap down our guy.
We can try to kill their bola.
Just go to combat and see what happens. Because they tap down our fear guy, right?
No, they don't have to. Yeah, they do.
And then they block the 1/2 and shoot the 1/1. So we don't bother.
Okay, the question is, do we try to shoot the bola or the Viridian longbow?
So, oh, you mean with the archaeologist?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and shoot the bola.
We could do neither.
But if we play one creature every turn and they shoot one creature every turn, then we're not getting anywhere. So we might as well.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we're lucky.
Heads again?
This will be the 4th time. If
Yeah.
we lose again, we will know. Obviously, it always makes heads lose. In which case, we'll continue to pick heads, because that's how statistics work.
Yep. That's not really how statistics work. But it seems like we should always pick heads. Literally, we've lost to tails 4 times. There's no point in even playing this creature, is there?
If we get another haste creature, it puts us ahead.
Okay, so go ahead and play it.
It keeps their mana tied up.
Man, we've lost that flip every time, and we've done it 4 times.
Yep.
We're still at 18.
Oh yeah. Our opponent's in a real rough spot. I mean, we're also in red, so they're incentivized to kill us quickly because we could have any number of burn spells, which we don't have, but they don't know. To them, it just looks like time is running out and they could die at any moment.
I mean, that is the case.
Okay, now they have a giant dirigible that can actually block our Woebearer. So they can actually get off the ground and win this game.
Unfortunate. And we've drawn a swamp.
Yep.
Well, if they come back and win this game, it'll be a sad day indeed. But we still have another match if they win.
We do, and we might not get this good of a draw, but that's true.
Well, they have 8 minutes, too.
It's plenty of time to play 2 games. So for me, I would start using the Banshee's Blade with the Neurox Spy to get the damage through.
Yeah, well, so it is unblockable, right? Because we control a Ancient Den.
So what they can do, well, they don't have enough mana yet. Wait, is it 3? When they get to 9 mana, they can just kill our Woebearer with 3 creatures. Which is only 2 mana, 2 mana away for them. They can shoot, move, shoot, move, shoot.
So they can actually attack, tap our creature every turn. So we're on a very quick clock.
Oh, they're playing very defensively, which I don't think is necessarily advisable.
Because we might have burn.
Yeah.
You might as well. Is there anything we can draw to just end it?
And play Bone Splinter.
I mean, you might as well, right?
Yeah, but we're not going to equip it. Because there are some cards that punish us for having equipped creatures. And there's not any fight cards in this set, so...
We're not going to live very long.
No. We're just at the mercy of 1 damage. Do you think there's anywhere we could have gotten 1 more damage in?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't have any blockers.
Oh man, that's rough.
I think we're dead next turn.
Yes. Yep, we are dead. Concede.
Always wait for your opponent to make misplays. Never concede. There's no reason. There's literally no advantage to conceding. You can F6 and see what your opponent does. How many games have we lost because we made a misplay?
That's true. Oh, they're gonna give us 1 more turn.
No, they're not. They're going to shoot us.
They're gonna shoot us. Okay.
All right.
Well, I think we had the right amount of everything. We just absolutely drew a bunch of lands there at the end. Couldn't get that 1 point in.
Yeah, I don't really like the arrest. They have 1 big finisher, but I think I'm fine with what's going on. So let's try it 1 more time. And we're on the play, which makes a big difference, and also makes me want to have arrest less. If I'm going to put arrest in, it's going to be on the draw and not on the play.
Yep.
All right, and this last match should finish it up. Our opponent is sideboarding in a way where they're more defensive because they're on the draw, not on the play, which makes sense. But that just goes to show the strength of the Bola. The Bola definitely won them that game.
And so we didn't win that one, and we didn't get Skull Clamp.
No, and Archaeologist let us down again. A lot of things went wrong for that to go wrong, but that'll happen.
The Archaeologist let us down. It's let us down every time.
And I'll continue to play it. Someday it won't let us down. The one time it worked, Skull Clamp, it didn't let us down. It drew us 2 cards.
Yep, it drew us 2 cards. Man,
Okay, we would like to play first.
this is for all the marbles. Seems
I'll keep.
keepable. It's not terribly good.
It's fine.
I think we want to play the swamp. It doesn't even matter, I don't guess. We don't have any
No.
double red cards.
It'd be nice to see Chittering Rats, though.
Well, what a crazy. So next turn we play the swamp, play the Skull Clamp, and attack, but we don't clamp, right? We wait till we have the hybrid.
No, I think we just end of turn, play the Tooth, and the next turn attack with both.
Wait. So play the Skull Clamp, right?
No. I want to play the Tooth. Oh, I can play the Clamp.
Yeah,
for
you
1.
can play the Clamp for 1, and then the Tooth costs 1 less.
Yeah,
Actually, it's free.
I just wanted to protect the Clamp. We could
So
Clamp and draw
attack
the
for
cards.
1, and when they don't block. Oh no, don't attack for 1.
So we could Clamp to draw the cards.
So the only thing is, Arcbound Hybrid gets better if next turn we play the Hybrid then Clamp.
But if they kill our creature, it's way better for us to have more stuff on that. That said, I think you're right.
Yeah, so I don't think we should attack, because I think they will trade.
Mana, well, no, we're not attacking. Mana is a very high premium right now. So we're going to be very stuck on mana over the next few turns. So clamping now buys us more mana at the cost of a 1/1 counter. I think that we're going to go for the 1/1 counter because
Bigger is better, I think.
by so much. Like, a 1/1 counter means a lot in this format, but
Well, in this deck,
Yeah.
mostly. So that is always free, so we can play that as a trick.
yes,
So if I were them, I would attack. Unless they're trying to just prevent damage.
I would definitely attack. I'm definitely not taking that block this turn.
Nope.
Like, they knew I wasn't going to do anything when
Yep.
I attack
And so now you can play the Hybrid and the Tooth and attack.
with both.
So just attack.
No, we should just play the Tooth.
No.
Why not?
Play the Tooth as a combat trick, right?
So he has a 1/4.
Well, yeah, but he's not going to block.
Right, so we want to get an extra damage, right?
Yeah, but after he declares no blockers, we can play the Tooth and...
What? He is going to block. It's obvious that we don't have anything. He has a 1/4. Why would he not block our 2/2?
I don't know. We can always try it. Go ahead and attack.
Why we keep a blocker back this way?
Blocker for his 1/4. I guess that makes sense. Well, then we shouldn't attack with either one. Then.
Yeah, let's attack for 4.
Yeah, let's not attack at all. So he might not block. Okay, so now play the tooth and give him 2 damage.
Yeah. The reason I like this is we have 4 damage to this 2. And,
Ooh, we have 2 damage to his 2, actually.
well, next turn we're going to put a skull clamp on our 2/2 and make it a 3/1.
If you wouldn't have attacked, though, you could have... Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Man, we should stop drawing lands.
I would be really excited to have 2 tooths in the deck. Like, how brutal would it be to be like, tooth!
Yep.
The double tooth?
Double tooth would have wrecked him.
The thing we have to worry about is Domineer.
Yep.
Do we want to put, assuming we draw land, Skull Clamp on the Ravager? Or sorry, on the Stinger or the Highbound? Okay, I'm not...
Don't play land yet. So, I think you want to go ahead and Skull Clamp the Stinger. Because that means he will not block the Hybrid.
Do we attack with our 3/3 and not put the Skull Clamp on it?
Let's see what we draw first. Because now we can go ahead and play the Haste guy, right?
And attack with
And then he
2
can't.
creatures.
Yeah, he can't
And
block
this
either
does-
one.
Yeah, this does mean Skull Clamp's a little worse, but I actually like this because he can't trade with our Myr. And I would rather just have 2 creatures he can't trade with. Combat.
Well, and he can't even block either one because of the tooth. And when he doesn't block, use the tooth.
Yeah.
Don't forget that. Okay, so now you use the tooth and kill his vigilance guy. No, you clicked the wrong thing.
Oh, you're right.
Oh my goodness. You've done that 100 times, Daniel.
That's the first time I've misclicked with the tooth.
But you've done it
yeah,
correctly
that
100
was-
times, is what I'm telling you.
Oh.
Well, if we lose because of that, then we lose because of that. Wow.
Rough clicks. Alright, well, now we've put a little bit of handicap on ourselves. That was definitely going to be the
Oh my
best play.
goodness.
That's rough.
We're gonna lose because of that.
I don't know if we'll lose, but it'll definitely be a lot rougher.
Oh man.
Brad's super sad. Alright, do we want to put our equipment on the hybrid and attack, or do we want to play the Woe Bearer and the or do we want to put let's play the Archaeologist.
Wait, hold on.
We don't want to attack. We want to play the Archaeologist, equip Skull Clamp, and then try to use the Archaeologist to kill his 3/4. And if it fails, we'll draw 2 cards.
Let's just put the Skull Clamp on the hybrid and swing.
Then he'll block with his 3/4 and we'll
And
lose
then
3
we'll draw
counters.
2 cards. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Alright, so you want to put the Skull Clamp on the...
Archaeologist.
Okay. Man, we would have won so hard had we
Yes.
done it the other way.
Yes, if I did not make a giant mistake.
I was like, whoa, stop, what are you doing?
Yeah, I thought it was... My mind was thinking about blocking, not about where to put the stuff.
Oh my goodness.
It's super rough. Because it would have killed his guy, and we would have, had him down a creature, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so do we block here, or do we go for the flip? I think we go for the flip. We definitely go for the flip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to go for the flip on the Razor Golem.
Heads again. And if we somehow fail again,
Then we quit in this game.
no.
Alright, so now we're going to go for the flip on the Mirror Enforcer.
Yeah.
Alright, well, he drew well this time.
It's okay. Heads?
Yeah. Wow, we won the flip. Finally.
Alright, and again? Because they don't have enough mana to play Woe Bearer. So yeah.
So you want to go ahead and... Yeah, okay.
Heads?
Oh my goodness, we won the flip 2 times in a row.
Alright.
Alright, so play a land and play Woolbearer anyway?
We're going to attack first.
With the modular guy?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
And you can double block, and then I won't mess up this time.
Well, then you should have played the Mirror Retriever if you think he's going to double block.
No, I would rather have the Woe Bearer. I'd rather kill in that order.
Alright, do not click his creatures.
Because now that he doesn't have those threatening cards, I don't mind this effect.
No. Cancel. What are you doing?
We have to hit no.
No. Please hit no. If you give him those counters, I'll walk away from this computer.
Oh, well, then let me go back. Alright, so in spite of my terrible tell.
Oh my goodness.
What's the 6 flips before? There's a former opponent that we lost the other, 6 flips we've done with archaeologists prior, so, it is rough on them for that, but yeah.
Alright, so he does not want to give us the cards for the archaeologist. Alright, so we're going to try to flip again and kill the Frogmite, correct?
We could just attack. But yeah, I do think we flip again.
The flying first strike is going to wreck us.
Why?
We don't have any flying.
I don't know why we need that. Okay, we can't afford to play the Nim Abomination.
No.
We can afford to do...
Is Skull Clamp that?
Mm-hmm.
And get the Stinger back?
Well, we could get back the hybrid.
We probably should get the hybrid.
Let's see what we... Oh, I messed up. If we get the hybrid back, we can't play and equip it. Whereas with the Stinger...
We can play it, though.
Depending on what we draw, we might want to have more access to more mana.
I think you want the hybrid. I'm pretty sure you want the hybrid.
Try to race.
What is going on here?
I don't think I actually like the hybrid, but...
Oh, well, okay. I mean...
It's too late. We made the click. Alright.
So, play a land, right?
We're to play the land.
Oh, okay. So, just play the hybrid?
Hybrid, but then we don't have an attack. So let's play... We can just attack with the Woe Bear.
Is that a good plan?
Yeah.
No, it just dies.
To what?
Okay, to a double block.
Okay. That's fine with
A
me.
double block is actually his best move.
That's fear.
Oh, he cannot double block. Okay.
Right.
Oh, he regenerated it. Nice. Alright, so now you play the hybrid?
Yeah. Now we play... Well, we could actually just play the Nim Abomination. It'll do 3 to us.
That's
With
worth
5.
it. That's worth it.
Does it race, though?
I believe it does, but you
Yeah.
should do the math. Because we have the hybrid, I believe it does.
Yeah.
Alright, you can go ahead and click it.
Yep.
Actually, you could also click the Rogue Bearer, but I wouldn't. I would equip the Abomination.
Okay. So we're going to be at 5. And then they have 3 attacks. But with the hybrid, which they know we have, and the tooth.
I don't know. It's very close again. But I think they are favored this time.
Oh, they didn't attack.
Oh, okay. I think that might be a mistake on their part.
Okay, now we can play the Ledinmer and equip. Or we can attack with these creatures.
So the 4/3 has to attack.
So we're going to attack with these 2 creatures. I don't think we attack with the hybrid, which means we should equip the Ledinmer. And then we'll play another 2-mana creature, right?
Wait. We can do that after combat, right?
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
We're
we
not
attack
attacking with the hybrid.
Don't attack with a hybrid?
No, because they'll just block with his 2/3.
Okay, good point. So I think he'll double block with the Frogmite.
It's fine.
And so we kill the Frogmite.
We kill both. We have the
Yeah,
tooth.
we kill both. Okay. Yeah. I sign the order, it doesn't matter. So, did we already play land? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, we did. All right, let's go ahead and move the skull clamp.
Yeah.
Now
Now,
the hybrid.
wait, what?
Because now if he tries the slider, we draw 2 cards. He draws 1 card. He hits us for 2. We kill him.
Oh. Oh, well, why didn't you click the mirror and then click the hybrid?
Because I want to put the counters on the mirror.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
And he domineers our 2/2.
Wow. And then... Wow, he'll draw the cards, right?
Nope.
No, we'll still draw the cards?
Yep.
It goes to your grave.
So we take one from the slip. But he controls where the counters go, right? So they go nowhere?
There's no targets. They're illegal.
Okay. Ooh, we're at 4, so we're 2 turns away from just dying.
We're dead next turn, assuming we don't block. I mean, the good news is we drew a bunch of creatures.
Alright, wait. So the Echoing Decay, we can use...
On his 2/2 and kill it now. Then he can kill us in 2 turns. Because we don't have a way to kill the flyer.
We
We can equip the skull clamp. Let's go ahead and equip the skull clamp
Wait.
to the no
Okay,
abomination.
Yeah, and then attack.
Attack with both of our creatures.
And plus with the tooth. Yeah. Alright. So he's at 5. So Blinding Beam. Entwined.
Nah, just two creatures don't take
Okay,
this.
yeah. So there's no point in spending the mana. Oh, so now we just play the gold mirror and don't click it. Just play it. No, don't equip
Yeah.
it. We want the creature.
We want the toughness. Okay. So we have them
Dead
to
Rots. Oh my goodness.
It's okay.
They have to block with it.
Well, don't they untap next turn?
But we attack this turn. Okay, so hold on a second. We
Equip to the...
definitely equip to the Abomination.
attack?
Hold on.
Yep.
They have to block the Abomination, so we attack with the mirror. Correct?
Yeah, we attack with both.
Yeah. And then we plus the mirror.
Yeah.
And yeah. So they untap, right?
We're not done yet, though.
Yeah. So we play the Wizard replica.
We killed the mirror.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Hold on. We kill the mirror to draw 2 cards?
Yeah.
Okay. Kill the mirror to draw 2 cards.
We just have to have enough open to block the 1 creature.
Alright, so now we play the Shaman.
We kill this.
Wait. That's an instant. You can use it as an instant.
But they're gonna... I don't want to open ourselves up to to counter spells. And we need to play quickly because we don't have much
Okay.
time.
I didn't realize we were running out of time. Alright, play the Shaman and pass. Or play the Shaman and click the Skull Clamp to the replica. Right? No, to the replica.
To the shaman.
No.
We have plenty of mana.
But okay, play the Bone Splitter and click it to the replica and be done.
Yes. Because this would let the first strike kill it. So I was looking for something else that was more than a chump blocker, and now we have a trade.
Alright.
And our opponent can't kill us in 1 turn now.
Alright. We were just telling our opponent that Skull Clamp is too good and it won us most of our games.
Yeah.
Alright, so
This game too.
oh,
We would've-
that's a little coggy, Dan.
Well, you know. There's... Could have used 1 more mana.
Bleh. Alright, so
They had the dirigible,
they had the dirigible. Ah.
which would have saved them that.
Woo! And we're the winners! Based on Skull Clamps!
Skull Clamps! A card that's far, far, far too broken. So Skull Clamps is the kind of card that I would just keep holding on to, because it's unlikely they ever ban it. It has like no worth right now. But if they ever do unban them,
They will
they're
never-
all made of gold.
They will never unban this card. However,
So there's a list of cards like that, right? Like, I wouldn't sell my Jittes because they just keep going up in Legacy. And if they ever get unbanned,
they will be worth approximately 3 times what they're worth now.
yeah, they'll probably be like $60 cards. Jace is the same way. I think Jace is the least likely card to get unbanned. But
Skull Clamp and Jit are the least likely cards to get unbanned.
you could unban Jit.
Not Skull Clamp.
Probably not Skull Clamp, just because
what?
the combo. Modern, yeah,
definitely
modern
not.
Skull Clamp.
So I think Jace will probably
It's
be
banned in
unbanned
Legacy
before
too, right?
the Jit.
It's banned in Legacy.
I don't know if in,
Skull Clamp is banned in Legacy.
It's banned in like everything except Vintage.
I don't think
Is
is
it-
Skull Clamp banned
No.
in Legacy.
I think it's even banned in that.
Let's
Or it's
find out.
restricted.
Is it
Let's find out.
Yeah, because nothing is banned.
It's gotta be. Have you ever seen it
What?
in the deck?
Legacy? Yes.
I didn't think that Skull Clamp
What
was banned.
Skull Clamp is banned? It would be in elves. It would be in goblins.
Yes. Have
it would be
have
in.
you seen what Goblin Clamp
Trust me,
does?
Skull Clamp.
Let's check Skull Clamp.
The second result is Skull Clamp combo. I mean, seriously.
Okay, wait. Where does it say?
Legal in nothing at all.
Where does it say it's legal?
Sets and legality.
Sets and legality. Here we go. It is legal in. Okay, it is banned in everything.
Banned in modern. Mirrodin
It's
block.
legal in
Legacy.
freeform.
it's legal in vintage.
It's legal in Commander.
It's totally legal in
freeform.
Vintage.
Okay. Could you see them unbanning Skull Clamp and Legacy?
No.
Why? It costs mana.
Elves.
Dude. Costs mana. Dude.
Elves.
Costs
Yeah.
Goblins.
Elves make mana.
I know.
Elves
Elves
make
make
mana.
Have you ever seen what happens with it in Birchlore Rangers?
okay. So if Elves becomes a tier 2 deck, if it falls off the map because of whatever, and they're like, we need to give creature decks an improv.
because
No.
the Goblins is a tier 1 deck.
Goblins is even
Immediately.
more powerful than elves.
And
Well, I don't know. I think Elves with Skull Clamp is more powerful.
No, you're wrong. Have you seen Goblin Clamp?
anyway.
And Merfolk is almost
it's
a deck.
kind of a Nombo and Merfolk because they have all the generals, but still, just
Okay.
making every
Okay.
creature
Never.
affordable.
You know
Take
what?
the win, Daniel. Don't talk about it.
I personally own 2 foil Skull Clamps in real life.
And you should hold on to them forever because they're pretty full.
How much is a Skull Clamp?
I don't know, but you're not looking in Fifth Dawn for it.
No. I'm looking in Modern.
Just take the win, Daniel. Drop it.
I like the win. Okay. All right, guys. We're gonna drop it here.
All right. Thank you for tuning in.
We're back on the horse. We have some points again.
Yes.
All right, catch you guys next time.